Yeah, I see that. She was fucked, bro.
I don't want to shame anybody. Like, I know addiction is a illness and all this other stuff, but like, I'm pretty sure the first people I saw doing that thing were like
crackheads.
So
yeah.
like, I don't know how you like look at something that crackheads is doing and be like, oh yeah, I want to do that shit too. Like,
Hey,
crackheads don't be feeling shit. They get hit by a bus and keep walking.
a lot of them are winning money though.
I think part of it, what it is a lot of people watch that and they think I could actually do that.
Yeah.
And then they go
Dog.
and try to do that crate challenge,
Yeah.
and then
They panic at the top.
Bro,
Because
I'm
they
talking
be
about
shaking.
noodle legs, nigga. As soon as they get to the top, dog, this one do shit. I'm like, bro, I seen somebody run. I seen somebody run across but every one that he hit fell over.
He made it though.
Yeah, he made it though, but he literally ran across the motherfucker.
Like, bro,
I can watch it all day. It's the funniest shit ever.
I can watch it
Like,
too.
I ain't even gonna lie. I done seen every compilation of it. Like, the crate challenge is fucking
I mean, don't get me
hilarious.
wrong. There's a couple. Ooh,
no, I've
shit.
seen
Yeah.
some real
I seen one with a female dog. She
Yeah.
fell, so I was like, Jesus Christ.
woman. Yeah,
Yeah, woman, I'm
someone got like the crates kicked from underneath them. I was like, see now,
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't-
he
Yeah, I
needs his
seen
ass
plenty
whooped.
enough. Yeah, I
Like,
seen
who was
plenty
that?
enough.
who kicked the crates? Like, come on now.
They already flimsy as a motherfucker, and you just go come.
Is there any amount of money that y'all would actually try that for?
I mean, they're doing it for $100
to get paid?
I've
I'll
seen.
do it.
I've seen them doing it for $100.
I need,
I am not.
I need a little more than that.
like,
The ER bill is going to be more than
Exactly.
$100.
Yeah, I need more than 100.
and they got to be
That's
like, I get paid regardless of if I complete it or not.
Nah, bro, you gotta complete it to get paid. But come on now, this ain't no participation.
I'm
He's saying-
34 years old. I'm not about to risk like
They're talking.
going to the hospital. Like,
gotta sign the contract
I pay,
fucking with you
I
and
pay
shit.
my own I pay my own health insurance. I gotta pay the bill.
Insurance? We talking about insurance? Like, nah, we good on you, boss.
Like, exactly. So I guess long story short, no.
Who next? Who else want to try?
You're not gonna make it, bro.
Right. Like,
These odds are slim, motherfucker, if you making that shit. I already know my big ass. 3 steps in that motherfucker, I'm through. I'm like, hell no. If I make it to the top, I'm gonna be too scared to get down the motherfucker.
The getting down is the hard part.
it
No,
seems
no.
like it goes up to 7. So like, how high could you do it comfortably and be like, oh,
Hell no,
I can take
bro.
that.
2.
My shit gonna be shaking. They gonna be on that bitch.
I think I can do
I can do at least 6.
4 or 5.
6 milk crates?
He probably could.
I can definitely do 4. Like 5 is where I'd be like,
Well, it start at 1.
Fam, they start
I get
wobbling
halfway
when-
to the top, then I'm be. Yeah.
2 is my safe spot. Like, I don't want to risk too much more than that.
I think it's only.
It goes up to 7.
Is it 7 you show?
I don't know.
Well, most of them
The
are
fall's
obviously
been
people do it.
Because
nasty.
you see
though.
it start to shake when they get past the 3rd step. Like,
Yeah.
that's when it starts. Some people, it start shaking on the 2nd.
It is not made for big people. So come on now, like let's bow out this shit and let these little motherfuckers enjoy, motherfuckers.
Folks always got to escalate. Like I saw somebody rolling a blunt. I saw a woman in heels. Like
I seen the one in heels. I was like, bro,
That's crazy. It's a milk crate.
Exactly, and you on heels? Like you finna tear both your ACLs,
And your Achilles.
man.
And no, I'm not gonna go that morbid. Never mind. But no, this week on the show we discussed Kobe. We talked about, it's Kobe Day as we record. We talked about 8 versus 24. Who was colder?
Happy Mama Day.
Happy Mamba Day. Happy Kobe Day, y'all. We talked about LeBron being the washed king,
LeBron James.
and if he was for real the washed king. We talked about not NFC divisions, NFL divisions, which ones were the best and the worst.
Mm-hmm.
We of course talked about CM Punk's return to wrestling and why wrestling is at a very interesting time for the first time since the year of 1999.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Draymond and Katie's interview. We talked about Sha'Carri Richardson coming in last and how jokes gonna be jokes. We talked about a lot of stuff, man. It was a fun episode, so make sure that y'all, buckle up, get ready,
Enjoy.
and have
play
fun.
some games. We talked about Gucci's again.
No, no,
The gooch.
no, no! Y'all ruined the intro. Start the show before they ruin it some more. Welcome to episode 214 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. That sounds beautiful.
I'm the RJ.
only known as.
DRJ.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
We're better known as K Diddy.
Take that. Take that.
All right, folks.
Housekeeping.
There's a couple places that you can go to find our beautiful faces or voices. One of them is www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You're damn right.
You can also find us on the Instagram and the Twitter at Technical File. Facebook, Technical File Podcast. We also have a group over there, Technical File Pod Overtime. We can join in with the listeners, the fans, and the fam. But do not forget.
Don't forget.
We are on YouTube.
Hey.
See the beautiful faces, the jigs, the happy dances, the champagne bottle popping, the whole nine, the browns.
The bell
Technical File
ringing.
Podcast. Bing.
Hey, man, but like I say every week, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share with everyone you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, whoever, wherever you're listening right now. Share with everybody, man.
Everybody.
Whoever right now, be like, hey, tap them on the shoulder. Be like, yo,
What's up?
I'm listening to Tech File.
Oh, for real?
You should listen too.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Listen, nigga, do you know what it is? But, as every week, Tech File Challenge is to make sure that you guys download the Good News Radio app. Every week, Tuesdays, man, we here.
Live.
6 to 8:30, we live. Hop on, man. Interact with us.
Hello.
Be-
Personal.
All right, now. But yeah, man, mosey on.
Come
Say
on
what's
through.
up to us.
We friendly.
You're listening anyway. Might as well listen live. You can be part of the show. Ask some questions. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, make it interactive, fam.
Exactly. So
That's
make
on
sure
y'all.
y'all do that. Again, what last week I did your allegiance to your football teams, right?
I ain't see no allegiance.
I seen one.
Dwayne did.
Yeah, Dwayne. He the only one that
the
did it.
Vikings.
Put that damn Viking over that bear. I like that.
Hey, bro, relax.
He got a bunch of those, bro. They be cold. I ain't not gonna lie to you. Every week that they be the NFC North champion, or not champ, but the NFC North opponent, they got a different like little cartoon character with a Viking doing something. Like he was switching up some cheese one time. You see him standing over the bear with the axe. Like it'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, but we ain't worried about none of that. But y'all quarterback need to get the vaccine.
Y'all quarterbacks
That's
still
what
Andy
y'all
Dalton.
need to worry about.
Is y'all quarterback still Andy Dalton?
Yeah, the nigga vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
Shit, he can play, motherfucker. What the fuck? We good. Shit. Get your quarterback on the field first. Not y'all.
Not us. You talking about the Vikings. I understand.
Yeah, but yeah, man, we're gonna run that back, and then also we're gonna throw NBA. Who y'all allegiance, man? Whip y'all squads. Bucks fans, Lakers,
What was it, about 2 months out?
Miami, whoever. Yeah,
We're like
almost there.
just over a month from training camp. So.
Yeah. So let us know, man. Rep y'all squads now.
NBA really is hogging like the whole year, bro.
I love it.
Like they really are trying.
Give it
They
to
staying
me.
relevant year round, bro, and
I love
they're
it.
monopolizing the entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not
usually it's
mad
like,
at it.
it's usually like a month off. Like usually August is nothing, but like they're still on that condensed schedule. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's year round this year. But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Play,
Yep.
Stitcher,
Stitcher.
Spotify,
Spotify.
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud.
Pandora,
Pandora.
Amazon Music,
Amazon Music.
iHeartRadio.
Hello.
Is that me? Who phone? Oh, okay.
That shit off.
I forgot where I was at. Can you rewind me?
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
We're going to kick it off from Amazon Music,
Amazon Music.
iHeartRadio,
Boom, boom.
Himalaya,
Like a player.
Wooshka,
Wooshka.
and of course the Good News app.
Good
News. Yeah.
You just need like a little cymbal or something.
Yeah, like
a little hi hat.
I get a nigga here on the bongos and shit. While you doing it.
like I'm Ricky Ricardo, just out here on the bongos.
Cool shades on the shit.
Like, oh, yeah.
But yeah, y'all can find us on the Good News app. As we said earlier, download that app, listen live every week, every Tuesday, 6 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Come check us out. Be
We
part of
here.
the chat. Be interactive. As Ken said before, utilize this mug. Y'all got a live line to be part of the show.
Exactly.
Tap in. Tap in.
And obviously, you can find us wherever you're listening to this episode right now. While there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, and review. 5 stars or better. It helps us. We appreciate it.
Need all of those. All right. Let's shout out our top listening cities and say hello to all of our international listeners from the past week. Number 1, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Good
Shout out to the
job.
hometown. It was a dominant
Milltown.
week at number 1 for Milwaukee.
That's
I
what's
want to
up.
point that out.
Showing love. We love it.
I mean, like, I was like, dang, Milwaukee. Like, it was a runaway number 1.
We
Shout
love
out to y'all.
Good job.
Shout out. Love it.
Number 2, Menominee Falls,
Hey,
Wisconsin.
hello, neighbor.
Welcome back.
Number 3, we got Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn, Virginia. At number 3, boy, they moving on up.
They probably like the way you say Ashburn.
Yeah, Ashburn. I need to make my way out there. Hey, whoever you are, let me know what's good out there. If we take a trip out there, what we need to do,
Yeah.
or what should we do out there? Let us know.
in Ashburn, Virginia.
Let us know.
Number 4, we got Janesville, Wisconsin.
Hello,
Janesville, welcome.
Number 5, we got Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington,
Hey,
welcome.
Welcome.
I don't know why I said it.
Number 6, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cypress, Texas.
No, I can't be doing the bare minimum and be cracking douche up.
It's the way he says stuff. It's just funny. Number 7, we got Madison, Wisconsin.
Madtown, welcome back.
Hello, neighbor.
What's up, Madison? Number 8, we got Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis, welcome back.
Number 9, Suitland, Maryland.
Suitland, Maryland. I ain't seen y'all before. Welcome. Come on back now.
Yeah, I never heard of Suitland.
Suitland, Maryland.
I wonder where that is exactly
Welcome.
in the state. I'm going to look that up.
Welcome.
Number 10, last but not least, we got St. Louis.
Hey,
You
what
can find me.
say Louis? What he do, dirty?
And now we are going to say hello to all of our international listeners from the past week. To all those countries that tuned in, Tim is going to say hello back in their native language. So,
Man, look, they done came through like the motherfucking super friends in this bitch, bro. There's so many of them. I mean, welcome, but goddamn.
They enjoy it. They enjoy this part, bro.
voice heard all over the world. As Ken said last week, it's like the UN over here. All right.
The UN.
Are you ready, sir?
You can get me started. Go ahead, just go ahead.
Get me started.
I was trying to buy you some time. All
Oh,
right.
I just need go ahead, just go ahead.
All right. We going. We rolling.
Let's get this slaughter over.
We got Belgium.
Belgium. Welcome
Salute.
back.
We have France.
France.
Bonjour.
See, home.
Wait, you say see?
He did. Good bell. We had New Zealand.
New Zealand. Welcome back.
Why can't look like why get a bell?
No, I know. I
Kia ora. I'm
Kita ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
I'm just
There you
saying
go.
like that.
Welcome.
We had Australia.
Australia.
Hey, what's up, Kane?
Welcome back.
Shout out to Kane Pittman of the Like on Bucks podcast. Also, I always forget that you two are birthday twins. So, happy belated birthday to you, sir, Eric J.
Absolutely.
Happy belated.
And happy belated birthday to Kane.
Happy belated, my good sir.
We also have the United Kingdom.
The
Hello.
UK. Welcome back.
We have Ireland.
Did he do it?
Did he do it? Welcome back.
Did do we?
What's the real way to say it?
It's did do we?
Did
Did
do
do
we?
we?
Did he do it?
It might be
That's
did. Maybe did we? Because that D might be silent in the second half.
All right.
Okay. We got the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Welcome back.
It's AHOJ. I don't know how to pronounce that.
AHOJ.
OJ.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Wait, hold on.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Whale off.
Oh,
Ahoy.
like ahoy, like okay.
Ahoy.
Wait, you said
Pirates and shit.
OHJA?
AHOJ. It's ahoy.
Ahoy.
Oh, okay.
Ahoy.
Oh, it's like ahoy.
You want the sexy voice on?
I take it.
Turn that up, dude.
I take it.
Ahoy.
Wait, man.
Sexy. Like, what up?
You need to try to learn another language. You be like looking there like, who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck? Who you selling the seeds with, my nigga?
Oh, man. We also had Russia.
Russia, welcome back.
Privet.
Preview.
Germany,
Welcome back.
Salute.
Salute.
Spain,
Spain, welcome back. Trusty
Hola.
old Spain.
Chile.
Chile, where the hell Chile come
Chile.
from? Damn, I miss Chile.
Chile.
It's
Welcome.
Spanish.
Is it Spanish? Oh, hola. Good looking, Eric J.
And last but not
Here to
least,
say today.
we got Sweden.
Sweden, welcome back.
You on there.
Hey.
HEJ.
Oh, that shit right. Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
cool.
Hey.
She
Hey.
said like, hey. Hey.
Like the Fonz.
Hey.
Hey.
It's a thumbs out.
With the thumbs up.
Sport fact of the week. What you got, Eric J?
I have a fun one. What's today's date?
The 24th.
Okay, August 24th, 1951. Bill Veeck, he hosted a fans manager night, and the St. Louis Browns defeated the A's 5-3. So Browns coaches held up placards for fans to vote on strategy options. So,
Oh, for real during the game?
They got
Yeah.
to play Madden for real?
yeah, so they would like hold up signs and they'd be like, should we take them out? And then the fans would be like, yes or no, and whichever one, it's like, that's what they would go with. And they managed them to a 5-3
You
win.
know, interesting
Damn.
enough, that would
That'd
be
be
a
dope.
dope ass concept. Let the fans pick the plays.
That would be dope.
Like, you have to practice these plays, but just give one game total fan access. The fans vote on the plays, and they have to execute the play. Can the fans on one team execute better for another team? It's a
Madden in real life.
Like it's a gimmick, of course, but I can see something like
I don't think
TNT.
football that would work, but I think that like baseball would probably be perfect because you're really just making decisions,
So,
but they
yeah.
go out and play. You know what I mean? Like, whereas like play calling, like that's way too intricate. Like to and then
Well, you give them like, I'm gonna pick this player, this
or
player,
like
which one we picking?
if it was football, like it would be like, should we go for it on fourth down here or punt, or should we do an onside kick or kick it off? Like
Interactive, just a one-off interactive as
They should
game.
have for
or
the Pro
like should
Bowl.
we do heads or tails?
That would be dope for the Pro
Yeah.
Bowl.
Niggas gonna be Hail Mary in the whole game.
They probably will be like the best Madden
Hail
player would
Mary,
be the
fuck
coach
it.
of one game.
Hell, all blitz. Fuck it.
No, they can
Send
have
everyone.
they can have a Madden tournament leading up to the Pro Bowl, and the winners get to like be the head coaches. Like they could do something like
Oh, let
see
the
that.
actual players be the coaches?
No, like the Madden tournament winners
Oh, okay.
would be the.
and then you can have like the
Oh, yeah,
fan
okay.
interact. Like y'all can do a lot of different things with that. That's some free game, NFL. That's some free game.
Free game for that ass, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like players ain't going, but
Oh no, no.
like y'all
You
pick
know
a
what?
play and then they not running it. Like,
We
that's
shouldn't
what
say
y'all
NFL. I can see like the CFL doing something like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
CFL.
There you go.
Hit
There
us
you
up.
have it.
Actually, you know what? XFL, they need a gimmick.
Hey, Rocky.
Oh, yeah, I'd be
Rock.
Eh,
We got you. Do your Pro Bowl, do your All-Star games just like that.
we'll send him this clip.
Yes. It's an idea to work with here. Just give us a call and we can work out the details.
Yeah. Most
For a small fee.
Of
Or
course,
not so small.
I was saying,
indeed.
You know, but buddy, just take it back. Shit. You better run
Trying to give
that.
us $7, motherfucker.
we the real $7 right now. We trying to get on your level. Anywho, let's get into the topics of the week. It's some fun things to talk about, so I'm excited to get into this one.
God dang.
Yes, whistle.
My man's been working out, bro.
Man, he been out here.
Doing his thing.
Got his cardio up like a motherfucker. He been on point the last couple weeks, bro. Proud of him.
I figured it out.
I heard he was working out. He said he got his shit together. I believe, bro. Like famous Jameis.
Apparently, I missed the memo. It was haircut week in this one.
Right. I definitely walked in like, dang, dude, you got a haircut
Niggas
too?
like crispy. I'm getting my dreads done tomorrow. Can't tell me shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Once I hit the barbershop, really ain't gonna be able to tell me shit.
We gonna see some selfies
Oh
tomorrow?
hell yeah, I'm out here for no reason and shit. They were like, this nigga all on social media, cheesing like a motherfucker.
Pitch and woo.
Oh hell yeah, all the woo motherfucker. Here, give it to me.
But no, as I said earlier, today is August 24th as we record this podcast, 8/24. It's Kobe Day. It's Kobe Day.
Indeed.
And if you've listened to this pod for any amount of time, but especially if you were a long-time listener or you just personally know Ken, you know what Kobe means.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to do something Kobe related on
Absolutely.
this episode.
Got to.
I got a bonus sports fact of the day. On this day, August 24th, 2008, the Redeem Team won gold.
Hey.
The Redeem.
So, shout out to Kobe.
Shout out. I'm gonna say led by Kobe Bean. But Kobe played 20 years in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
He wore that number 8 jersey for 10 years. He wore that number 24 jersey for 10 years. Both numbers retired, as we said on the show, as they should be. But my question is, in y'all opinion, who is better, 8 or 24?
So if you look at the numbers, like they're
Almost
strikingly close,
damn near
like,
neck and neck.
for real though.
Like for real.
Thinking about it.
I mean, because number 8 was like vicious with the athleticism. Like, he didn't give a fuck, bro. He was really ready to dunk on the world too.
8 scored 81.
I was like 8 got 81.
Like 8 was just fucking deadliest because he had a chip on his shoulder trying to get them chips.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read some accolades for you. Hold on. Let me read it to you. This is what 8 got in his trophy case.
Mm-hmm.
He's an All-Star Game MVP. He got one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He got a dunk contest champion.
Man, I'm telling you, to dunk on the world.
He was all rookie.
Mm-hmm.
He got 8 all NBAs. He got 6 all defense. He got a scoring champ title. And he was Western Conference Player of the Month 6 times. 8 stacked. 24 though.
Mm-hmm.
24 got 3 All-Star Game MVPs in comparison to 1 to 8. He ain't got no dunk contest. He ain't all rookie because, it's later on in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He got 7 all NBAs. He had 8 with 8.
Mm-hmm.
He got 6 all defense. He had 6 with 8.
Mm-hmm.
He got a scoring champ title. He had 1 with 8.
Mm-hmm.
And he got 10 Western Conference Players of the Month. More than 8. He also has an MVP and 2 final MVPs with 24.
Yeah, man, I think rings is 3-2 for 8.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
8 got 3.
But
24
those
got 2.
3 were with Shaq, and the 2 were with
Bob,
Gasol.
And then 2 he got 2 finals MVPs out of. So
how I would put it is that like dead ass is probably the hardest to choose between 8 and 24 just because they both GOAT status in itself. But the reason why I will choose, I'm leaning towards 24 is that you watch the transition of him as a player and as a man, how he literally turned into an assassin towards the end of his career or whatever. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's the reason why I would say 24 because he had his work, he was a fucking dog. He had to prove that he was the best. It wasn't no argument. He knew that, I'm the GOAT. Anytime you talk about GOATs, fuck it, I'm in that conversation. And I feel 24 is where, put him at the pinnacle. It's you definitely deserve to be in that conversation.
I'm looking at those stats. 10 assists separates 8 and 24. It's that's how close we're talking. But, zooming out, I don't have a choice because if you look at it, it's 2 Hall of Fame careers that he had.
And
if you just separated it out, 8 is a Hall of Famer and 24 is a Hall of Famer. That's crazy. It speaks to 1, his longevity, but 2, just overall greatness and sustained over a long period of time.
And the last 2 years were injury ridden. So
damn, how many people can you split up their
I don't
career
know.
to half?
Shit.
And both of them will be Hall of Fame.
you could probably do Tim Duncan like that.
Yeah, that motherfucker got a chip. This is his second year in the league, rookie year.
Second.
Second year. Yeah, it was the second year.
And then it was a run after that.
Because that was with 03.
I wonder if Kareem, his Bucks career, definitely his Lakers career. Because Bucks career, I think he had 2 MVPs and a title.
His Lakers career was so much longer.
Yeah, it was long.
The Bucks career was only 6 years. That's why I'm I don't know.
He
But obviously,
ran up
if you give the first couple years with the Lakers, so pre-Magic and post-Magic, you probably split it that way.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, Kobe was bad. I would agree with you, Kendall. I think I would go 24.
Yeah.
8 was crazy athletic, though. It depends on what you wanted to see. If you want the athletic show,
Yeah.
that was 8. 24 had the mid-range down.
Dog.
And I love watching
Unstoppable.
somebody who can play in the mid range, do
Yeah.
it right.
He was just hitting so many contested shots.
Buckets.
15 hands, 20
Like walking
hands.
bucket. Shit. Every time he touched the ball, he was down there scoring. Like, what the fuck?
And some of the shots, I'm even watching them sometimes. I'm like, bro, why did he shoot? Damn, he knocked that down.
Because he knew he was
There's
going to
just
knock
so
it down.
many of them. Like,
Yeah.
you had a cat be wide open. He'll look dead at him.
Psych.
He's staring at down.
Nigga,
3
psych.
people on me. Fuck you talking about?
Nigga, I'm Kobe. Nigga.
Now you look like,
Right.
damn, that was a
Give me the ball,
badass
you-
shot. And
Give
he
me
hit
the
that
ball.
hole.
You want to win the game? Give me the ball, motherfucker. I don't know what y'all fucking thought this was, but it's still hard to like. I had watched the documentary or the series
2020?
on it. Yeah, so I was watching that. And it's still hard to like watch.
I couldn't even
It's
watch
still
it.
like and I had to turn it off. Like I only could watch like 10 minutes of it. And I was just like, yo, like I still can't do that. I still can't do it right now. And then like it'd just be random. Like I was driving like a few days ago. You were like, dog, Kobe, like what the fuck? Like that's still like it makes no sense. And it still don't seem real that he not here.
It really
But just
don't.
as soon as he left, dude, like as soon as he passed, like the world with the shit, like real.
It really do. Like it feel like the world paused at that point.
Yeah, like it was just like everything like was in slow
Like,
motion.
oh, this what we doing?
Yeah, it was like fucking Stranger Things, like the upside, the up down and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, I'm not even gonna argue that point because I felt like the world's been in decline since Prince died.
See,
Because it was Prince and David Bowie and Bowie at like
Oh,
the
yeah.
same time, and I was like, "That's a lot. That's a lot of energy that just left."
yeah,
And then we had like Trump, and
Meh.
and here we are.
nigga Joe Biden, boy, he just
That nigga Joe, boy.
that nigga just here. That nigga just here. He was like, hey, I don't know what you want me to do, boss. Shit, I don't know. Shit, niggas, send them niggas back over there. Then. I don't know what the fuck.
Then they're like, no.
Well, shit, tell me what to do then. Shit.
So what you're saying is that's who we need to do Madden with. Like just
Congress.
just hold up a card and be like, what should I do? You know.
Right. Here are our options.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Kobe. Shout out to the
Yeah,
Bryant
most
family.
definitely.
Shout out to everybody who been touched by Kobe in some way because he impacted a lot of lives and
Yeah.
the impact is crazy. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to Kobe on Kobe Day.
Absolutely.
Now this man LeBron James.
LeBron James.
He was offended because he did not receive a vote in a poll that was conducted by 10 people, 10 executives and scouts to be specific. And they asked who was the best player heading into the season. He did not receive a vote, so he saw that as disrespect and said hashtag washed king.
Like LeBron James is literally the only person that's ever hashtag Watch King. Like that's never in the history of Twitter, aside from LeBron saying it and then his fans retweeting it. Like nobody's ever said that. Like seriously,
What
No.
does he want? Last year, he was leaning into he old. Now this year, we tell you old. You ain't old. You washed and you. Which one is it?
He can be old and great, fam.
that's what you think. But to be fair, like we just talked about Kobe. Like Kobe also had to like find slights in like the smallest things and like blow it up to kind of get himself going. So like if that's what he's doing, I get it. But like you don't have to lie to the world. Like lie to yourself. Like that's the only thing for me. It's like
Point. You
LeBron-
gotta tweet it, fam.
It's honestly like it's not like you're not top 5 still.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not top 5 still. It's just, I mean, you're just not one.
And if you ask more people, I'm sure someone would have said LeBron James.
and the thing is like I know
Oh.
nobody reads the articles anymore.
I was gonna say, in case you're curious, the vote was tied. It was split between Giannis and KD as best player.
That makes
Both
sense.
got 5 votes
Yes.
Yeah,
out
and
of the 10 that were asked. Like,
that makes perfect sense.
Like,
I
But
don't know.
to be clear, like in the article, because nobody reads the articles, like he even said like everybody that he asked basically had Giannis, KD, and LeBron on that top tier.
Yep.
It's just when they had to pick one, nobody picked LeBron. So like,
He was still in the conversation.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's still there. Like, you just ain't know. I mean, because honestly,
and after the year you just had, like, can you argue that you
were hurt.
were better than those two? Like,
can you?
you
Can
can't-
you?
You can't. Not points.
he'll try, but
Not assists.
I mean,
Well, maybe
I need to see the numbers. But
Not rebounds.
I mean, definitely not playoff wins.
But I don't think anybody.
God damn, that shit hurt like a motherfucker.
No, but for real, like LeBron is still cold. It's just he wasn't the best player in the league last year. He really tried to run and force that narrative towards the end of the year. And lean into the old man, but I'm still the old best player in the league and shit. Yeah. Cool. Okay, now you old as shit again. And now you mad that we calling you old. Like, again, sure, you could be old and great, but you're just not the greatest.
I don't know. I this entire time we was talking about it, I've been trying to come up with my defense. And it's absolutely hard to defend him at this point. Because it's like, bro, like, just hope, nigga. Like, just let your motivation be like, yo, niggas getting old. We got Russ. Let's just get this chip. Everybody against us. Everybody want to hate us. You want to play the villain then until you get out of there. Love you, nigga.
I swear I don't know who's talked more this year between the Lakers and the Nets, because the Nets just keep going up. Oh, you know we would have won last year. Okay, but you didn't.
No, James Harden.
Yeah.
Let's call it about name.
James Harden.
I mean, he did it. Bruce Brown did it. I feel like somebody else did it earlier this offseason. Like, they keep saying, like, oh, everybody know what would have happened if we was healthy. But you weren't. And James Harden, that's on you, because you weren't in shape for most of the year. So,
and your whole team, you traded for a bunch of injury-prone players.
Right, y'all.
Like, to be fair.
Speaking of being old, like, y'all all 32 plus or 31 plus or whatever it is.
With big-ass, except for Harden, but big-ass injuries. Like, has Kyrie back really been fixed?
Assume that you're going to be healthy going this year. So, like, yeah, y'all won the hypothetical championship. Congratulations.
Yeah,
go raise that banner.
But
on paper, you guys look amazing.
The thing that's crazy, though, is that all this happens when Seth Partnow from The Athletic, he does his NBA player tier rankings, which I love because I think of players in the same way, where it's like I don't necessarily go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's more like a tier.
Yeah.
So he has a 1 tier. He has 5 tiers. 1 is, of course, the best players in the NBA.
Franchise players.
So he separated that tier into 2. So there's 1A and then there's 1B.
Okay.
1A is the top of the crop. 1B is like just right below it. Both all franchises, but if you could have your pick between those, the ones at the top are the ones that you would gravitate towards first.
Like, basically, the ones in 1A are like, those guys guarantee you a contender status. 1B is like almost
franchise,
but you may need like another all-star or something. You know what I mean? Like,
so in that tier,
it's splitting hairs essentially.
I mean, LeBron would still be in that tier though.
So you didn't look to see who was in the tiers, did you?
No, where's it at?
Did you look? Don't look. Don't
I didn't
look.
even know it was on there.
Okay. I'm sure you probably already know. Okay, so you two. There's 7 players in tier 1.
Okay.
7.
There's 7 players.
We can do this together.
Y'all want to guess 1Bs or 1As first?
Let's do 1As, get them out the way.
Okay.
All right, top 3 players in NBA are?
Giannis.
Yep.
KD.
Yep.
Steph Curry.
No,
bro, LeBron.
Yep.
Okay.
We just talked about this.
I thought you said it's 7.
She said the top 3 players in NBA are.
Oh, okay. I was just going the list.
I got you.
Oh, my bad. I was just throwing lists
Okay.
off.
All right, so now...
Embiid.
No, he's not a 1B.
Oh, no, 1A? We in the 1A.
You did the 1A. It was only
There were 3 1As.
Oh, I'm thinking it was 7 total.
Because she said it's 7. So
Oh, okay. That's why.
Okay, hold on.
That's why I threw off. Okay, my bad.
Yes, so there were 3 1As.
Okay.
Y'all named them.
Yep.
Okay.
Now
there
1B.
are 4 1Bs
Oh, okay. Now I get
to
it.
finish off the tier.
All right.
So you got like Kawhi,
Yep.
Steph.
Yep.
Yep,
Uh,
that's 2.
Kawhi and Steph. Embiid wasn't on there.
Nope.
Tier 2.
Okay. Who else?
I think he was 2A, right? Yeah.
Damn. Who?
would you say? Would you say Chris Paul still?
No.
I mean, shit.
Damn.
We've talked
Tatum.
Nope.
We talked about one.
We talked about 1.
And the other one, y'all gonna be kicking yourselves.
Oh, Jokic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. God damn it. MVP and shit.
Yep.
Okay, and then the other one's the guy we just talked about.
Fuck. Oh, Harden and
Harden. Okay.
Harden was the last one.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. So tier 1, just to repeat that.
Okay.
Your 1A rankings is LeBron, Giannis, KD, and then 1Bs is James Harden, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, and Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
That makes sense. I mean, James Harden was the franchise.
Yeah.
Top
a
7
while,
players
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Okay.
That's just
Which
wild.
again is why the Nets are crazy stacked.
That's wild.
It's also why they hypothetical world champions, but until
And
you
I
prove
get
it on
why
the court,
I get why y'all feel that way. I'd feel that way too if I was a fan of that team.
they don't
so-
have fans.
Hey, we had to
I
hear
was
this
just
shit
gonna
about
say that.
Toronto for years.
I don't know nobody.
Right.
I don't know no real Brooklyn fans like that.
Hey, I'm just
Not
saying.
no real ones.
That's what I'm
Unless
saying.
they from the Bronx. I know,
Kyrie
I know
fans, KD fans.
Yeah, them fans. I don't know
The
Brooklyn
people who
fans.
are cheering for who had the Nets interest at their heart. Then, if y'all want to be specific,
I mean, I think it's just the Nets players that's
all of
upset
them.
about it.
I'm sure they're no. I be seeing they fans on Twitter like they all feel the same way, and I get it. I'd feel the same way too.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is,
If
though.
you
We
try
got
to
a
buy a
whole
title
new
and didn't.
season coming up.
So if you tried to buy a title and didn't, you'd be upset. Yeah, I get it.
We got a whole new season coming up. We all
That's what we
coming in
trying to
healthy.
do. I ain't saying shit.
I want to be the one to say it.
We tried,
Hey,
goddamn.
get your title. How you get your title?
Hey, exactly,
man.
shit.
I'm happy with the way we got ours. All right.
Oh, I do have a game for y'all too later too.
Oh, we
bet.
got another.
Since
We got
we
another
going
game.
games.
Oh, we
coming
out
up.
here.
Oh, we
Let's
got
get it.
games today.
We out here.
So talking about rankings and whatnot. So on ESPN, they ranked each NFL division from best to worst.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Each division.
Okay.
Now, can you guess which division was ranked number one?
I want to go say the NFC West.
As number one?
You got the Rams, you got the
Yeah.
Seahawks,
Okay, now
you
you
got the
think
Cardinals, and you got 49ers.
This
Yeah.
man is correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look
Like,
at-
that's the hardest. Everybody there is a Super Bowl contender right now.
Yeah.
The whole division.
Yeah, it's not really close. Like that's clearly the best division in football.
Damn, the whole division is Super Bowl contenders.
Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals. Golly.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. You may get 3 out of that division this year. We go to the playoffs.
Shoot. I was like, you might get 4.
Unless they cannibalize it.
Let me guess y'all. Now, where would y'all guess that the NFC North ranks?
Shit near the bottom.
Let's see. Detroit sucks.
Chicago
on
sucks.
They on the
Nigga, watch
rise.
your mouth, nigga.
I mean, your record shows.
We was in the playoffs last year. What you talking about?
Barely.
We was there, though. They case always
Chicago's
suck when
on
we was
the
in the
rise.
playoffs.
Chicago is on the rise.
And
This nigga
Minnesota,
here.
I guess, is hovering around like sub-contender status. And Packers, I think, are
Contenders.
with solid contenders.
Yeah. We'll see.
So out of 8, where y'all put them? That being
3.
said,
6.
this man is good.
Hey.
I'm telling you how people feel about them Bears. Y'all the only niggas that don't know.
When we
And
go
Detroit
see.
is ass.
When we play, we go see. Detroit.
Like, no disrespect like that, but y'all know the truth too. Like,
Detroit pulls the average down.
Can I tell you what? Yeah, Detroit's ranking was 31st.
like, bro, like, we know this.
Chicago was 22nd. The Vikings 15th and the Packers 5th. So our
Yeah.
overall, 5th.
They probably
Be
got,
LeBron out this motherfucker. The disrespect.
well, they probably got the whole NFC West plus the Buccaneers over us.
They started that whole thing by saying if the Packers decided to trade Aaron Rodgers, they would have definitely been the worst in the league. And that's like,
So right now, the worst in the league would be the NFC East.
Oh, the division would be the worst in the league, or the Packers?
The division would be the worst.
I
Oh,
thought they were
AFC
wrong.
South probably.
there it is. That is the worst.
Oh, so you got the
division.
Jaguars, you got the
Yeah.
Texans, and you got the only good teams is the Colts
Yeah.
and the Titans.
and the Titans.
The Colts, well, it looked like what's the name coming back, right?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know,
He was
you
running
know,
around
but-
and shit.
Yep. So in case people were interested, the rankings go 8 AFC South with the teams we just listed off. 7 the NFC East, Cowboys, Washington, New York, Philly. 6, as we said, is the NFC North. 5 is the NFC South with the Buccaneers, the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons. 4 is the AFC West with the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. 3, you have the AFC East with the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. That number 2 spot, AFC North, Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Bengals. And then number 1, again, NFC West with the Rams,
It's
49ers,
gonna be a
Seahawks, and
tough
Cardinals.
year, bro.
It's a lot of good teams
It's
out
a
here.
lot of good teams, bro.
So the game is an NFL game. Y'all want to do it now, or you want to do it later?
Oh, let's do it now.
Knock it out.
All right. Y'all played who he play for. Can you play who he coach for?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
God damn.
All right, let's see what
Let's
we got.
get it. We out here.
that's going to be
All
tough.
Who we go? God damn, nigga.
We ain't gonna formalize this, so just the first person that can shout it out.
Okay,
sure.
bet.
Zach Taylor.
Fuck, I was just seeing him.
Buccaneers.
No, that's Bruce Arians, fam.
Oh, these head coaches?
Yeah.
What other coaches would we be talking about, man?
I don't know why I thought it was mixing assistants and all types of shit. Defensive coordinators.
What?
Colts. No.
No.
Bengals.
There you go.
Oh, they yay! Burr, 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 burr.
I thought we was talking about assistants.
Oh shit! That I would have been L. It'd have been L after L after L.
No, I wouldn't do that to y'all. David Culley.
David Coley.
It's Coulee too, ain't it?
Culley.
That shit doesn't even sound familiar.
Is it the
Is it-
Texans?
Oh, Camille playing. All right.
Hey, throw her in there. Put her in the game, coach.
That's what I was gonna say. I guess they get a chance, you know.
Hey, you almost like that dude that got knocked out twice in the same fight. Did y'all see that video?
No, that video
think so.
funny as a
Oh
bitch.
my god! So it was an NFC. It was a UFC fighter. Well, I don't know if it was UFC, but it was MMA fighter. A man's got knocked out. The ref tried to help him up. He started fighting the ref.
Oh, yeah.
Ref choked him out in the corner right after the fight. I was like, damn, my man 0-2 in the same damn fight. It's a rough way to start.
The referee had him and just let him drop and walk
In the
off.
back, like, the dude was celebrating.
Oh, shit.
And then you can see the ref in the background going across the screen.
Fucking him up. No, I was like, damn.
My man's just trying to take the ref out. And then they just playing to the ref, and the ref in the corner choking the nigga out. He was asleep. The ref got up, started laughing and shaking his head and walking
I
off
was
and
like,
shit.
damn.
I'm like, damn, that's rough, bro.
That's a rough night, B.
Like, what's your record? 0-2. Like, you gotta get a ref his dub, bro. He deserved that one. He got knocked out so bad, he started fighting the ref.
That's funny. You don't know where
who he
he
was
didn't know where
He
he
was
was at.
discombobulated.
For real.
Then he got lost again.
Kevin Stefanski.
Damn that. Oh, I know that.
Vikings.
False.
No.
Or wrong.
Paul's God.
What?
Jets.
No.
Just to
I feel like it's a blue team.
Just so y'all know, he was the coach of the year last year.
Shit. I mean, I'm trying to think of a team that was running like that.
God damn.
I know it's trash,
Is
bro.
this bad?
Yeah, bro. Cardinals.
Who the fuck?
No.
No.
Damn, what was that? God damn.
No, who?
Yeah. Because we're going to be
Who,
here.
fam?
The Browns.
Oh yeah.
Niggas not thinking about that shit.
Completely
it's-
forgot about
it's-
that.
Hey, we still learning to remember the Browns.
Exactly.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley.
I feel like it's like the Eagles.
Brandon Staley. It's a black guy?
No.
Playoff contender.
Is it the... No, that's not the Dolphins.
Within the last 5 years, they did Hard Knocks with a different coach.
Fuck. They suck.
It ain't the Bengals, is it?
We already did that. That's Zach
They did
Taylor.
the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
I give up, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chargers.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, because they fight. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Terrible with this guy.
We're going to do 3 more.
Hey, I got a point. You better light up the scoreboard. I got to say it for you as soon as we done.
Arthur Smith.
The Falcons.
There you go.
God damn it.
A lot of them I know. It's just a few outliers. I don't think.
Matt Rule.
Shit.
Panthers.
Carolina, yeah.
God damn it. I'll tell you what. I don't know none of these folks.
So last one, unless Tim and Camille can't break the tie, we'll go with. Sorry, I'm trying to find the dude name.
I'm going to know this one.
Nick Sirianni.
Nope.
Shit.
No. Wait.
Eagles.
Tim got it.
Oh, okay. I knew it was somewhere up there.
In the East.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was the Jets. All right, I see.
Guess
Jets is Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Jets. Yeah.
That's why when you said you're like, no, that ain't the right name.
The only reason I didn't do that is because they just played the Packers, so I thought one of y'all might have saw it.
I mean, I didn't see it, but I knew he was with the Jets.
All right, so Tim is our winner for who he coached for.
Hey, Ken.
Because I like that last one I did, I was like,
Bro, I know players, bro. We could do quarterbacks, running
Hey.
backs, shit like that.
for the life of me, I could not think of who the Eagles coach was, and then I saw that name. I'm like, that don't look familiar at all.
You know what's a damn shame, though? When a grown man can't light up the scoreboard, bro.
Hey, bro, fuck you. I know the only coaches I know is Nagy, y'all coach,
What's his name?
Flair. Not Flair. Y'all know the nigga.
Gucci Man.
The young
LaFleur.
nigga.
So you don't know-
LaFleur, yeah. The young nigga,
So you don't know our
LaFleur.
coach.
LaFleur, and then Mike McCarthy in Dallas, nigga. That's about all I know.
You don't know Belichick?
Oh, yeah, Belichick. Well, everybody know that nigga. Oh, and then what's the name still in Oakland?
And
in
what about Andy
Vegas.
Reid?
Yeah.
Randy. Oh yeah, he ain't on Kansas City. Okay, I know a few of these niggas.
You talking about John Gruden in L.A.?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Vegas.
LV.
Vegas. Yeah, yeah, I know them.
Yes.
And then you got Tomlin in Pittsburgh.
Actually, we should just give him like the
Tomlin
name and then who he goes for. Like, you tell us the team.
Huh?
Nope.
Moving on.
Like, I'm trying to give him one shit.
Moving on.
Hey man, can't win them all.
This is what's so crazy. So if you have followed our show when we first started this show, we was really like excited about wrestling and the promise in the future, and we talked about it a lot. And then the product kind of started going down. People stopped watching it on the show as much, and we stopped talking about it as much, and started moving it down the rundown because we didn't
Tim
want
was
to
the
talk
only
about.
one watching.
Yeah.
What's going to tell me every week? What you
What
think?
happened? And to his own admission, it's been trash.
Like, I remember he was talking about those straps. I was like, what?
Yeah, like Raw is trash.
People don't.
Like
That's
Raw
the
is
first time
really
you ever said
trash.
that.
I know. Hey, they called call me to.
He can't get his joke out.
Okay. Just know I like it raw.
Oh no! All right, ODB.
Oh, I likes it raw.
Nope, not doing this with you this week.
My point is,
That reminded me of Gooch. The Gooch the Gooch conversation.
That shit was funny.
fam,
Tim was so disgusted with us.
someone hit me and it's like, that show was a little too Gucci for me.
That was funny.
Shout out to
You
Mike. I was
started
like,
it,
yeah,
bro.
fam.
You started it.
It was.
Oh, you started it.
You
No.
walked on.
I came back. I was like, Gooch.
We ain't gonna do this.
I know we ain't gonna do it though. Just
For you to have said someone looks like a gooch,
We are not
he
going
ripped that man, told that man he looked like a
to
gooch.
do this again.
the niggas ugly.
Leave that on the Hard Knocks recap. Leave
Okay.
that on the Hard Knocks recap.
Yeah, but yeah, we
No,
back wrestling.
My point was, before we got off topic, was that wrestling was not great.
Mm-hmm.
But over the last few months, things have been building. AEW been working. We talked about AEW when they was coming on the scene. They've been working. And now we at a point where, for the first time since 1999, which, as you might remember, was the last year WCW was a
WCW.
viable wrestling company. We got some competition happening for the first time, even though Vince said there is no competition.
Oh
between-
boy! Since then, he been put his foot in his mouth.
So, those of you who might not care about wrestling, those of you who might not have thought about wrestling, let me explain to you.
Thoughten. There we go.
Hey, thought
I ain't the
about.
only one that be
Fam.
throwing random words.
We at the party.
Hey, Thoughten.
Y'all just
there
roll
you go.
with it.
Title together. Thoughten.
No,
Hey, just get a nigga Thoughten. Rubbing his kid and shit. That nigga was Thoughten.
Thoughten, bro.
That nigga was
That
thought.
nigga was Thoughten.
Wouldn't it be rubbing the forehead on this one?
Oh yeah, it could be either one.
He thinking hard.
Think it all.
He was thoughting.
Like you in school, you try to cheat off somebody's shit. You think your cup, you like, oh. Like you think hard as a bitch.
You look like Evan from Superbad when he got caught looking at her breast.
My
yeah.
segue done gone all out the window. I don't even know where we at. The point is,
We're
y'all,
at
Wrestling.
I was thoughting. Wrestling
It's fun again.
it's stuff that's happening. So this past weekend in particular is when things really went up a notch. You had CM Punk make his AEW debut.
Boy, did he.
It's the biggest pop damn near in wrestling history.
You had Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar returning to the WWE during SummerSlam.
Yay!
One did too much, one didn't do enough.
True.
And you had the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view take place, which might have been, which is Adam Cole's last match in NXT. That is a fact. No matter
110. He's done in NXT.
in NXT, that's his last match there.
Was that like a stipulation or it came out?
No, that's
His contract is done.
and so they are saying like either if he resigns, he's going to the main roster, or that he could go to AEW where his wife and his best friends are.
Where he's going?
I just got one.
If Adam Cole go to, we already tuning in now.
Yeah,
It's
we
Punk
did.
and
I love
Andrade.
Adam Cole, bro.
Let's rewind.
All right.
Let's talk about why AEW is actually finally starting to feel like some type of competition to WWE, and that's on the back of CM Punk returning to pro wrestling.
For first time in 7 years.
First time in 7 years, to his admission. Apparently, he wasn't a pro wrestler at all during his time at WWE. He had some little shots
Fire!
during that promo when he came back. But let me tell you the power of Punk. And then Ken, in particular, I want to hear your reaction to Punk's return, because we've had the conversation on the show about who is CM Punk, why is he cool, and this and this and this and that. So I'm very curious to know how you felt about his return, like in what you saw. But his return set a company crowd record. A little bit over 15,000 people. They sold out the United Center in Chicago 4 minutes after tickets went on sale. They also set a single event merchandise sales record of more than 200,000. The numbers that came in from the ratings said that ratings were up 52% this week on the product. AEW's Friday crowd was the second biggest non-WWE crowd for a U.S. show since '99. They have a show on September 22nd at Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York, and that'll be the biggest since 1999. And in this past week, or at the beginning of the month, Raw was number 2 in weekly TV ratings, and AEW was number 4. It was the first week where 2 different pro wrestling shows had been in the top 4 since 1999. Keep in mind, that was during the Olympics. So, we got some stuff happening. AEW also has Daniel Bryan on the way. They got Bray Wyatt on the way. Possibly Adam Cole on the way.
I hope not. I like the parody, bro. Plus, that'd be... So, I like the AEW roster, even though they do have a bunch of guys that people claiming are WWE guys. But they also
really
have some
guys.
young talent. Like, yeah, some of the indie guys didn't get a chance in WWE. Like, yeah, NXT, Pac was killing. Andrade was killing. Aleister Black was killing. They didn't do shit in the main roster, really. So, I mean, yeah, they can be WWE guys in the development, quote-unquote, territory now, because all of a sudden it's not the third brand no more, now it's developmental. But
And I feel like, and not to cut you off, to derail you, but I feel like people get it twisted. Like, when the reason WCW like failed because they took on ex-WWF guys was because those were like the old stars, like people that aged out. Like, that'll be like them picking up Cena and Roman, or you know, like people that were on like Cena and Orton, like those people, those type of people, like picking them up. Like, yeah, that's a problem because like they're old and like they cost a lot and they may not want to do business. Whereas aside from
Big
Christian
Show, Mark
and
Henry.
right, who aren't wrestling, from what I can understand,
Mark Henry's not. Christian is.
Well, he said Big Show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Big Show's
Big
not
Show
wrestling.
is.
No.
So Christian and Chris Jericho basically, and I guess Matt Hardy are the only like old guys, and it's not like they're
And you got
taking
Sting.
up.
He ain't WWE, but he's just an old guy.
Yeah.
He's a very old guy.
But
And like you do need like people that people already know to kind of establish your product. So it's smart to bring in those guys as long as you don't OD on it.
And you have Sting mentoring Darby Allin, who is the guy that
A young
CM
guy.
Punk is going to be going up against at All In. So to bring it all back, Ken, what was your first reaction to seeing CM Punk make his return to pro wrestling?
I actually watched it live. Like I was
did too.
doing something. I was like, oh shit! Like if he comes back, like I want to see it. I want to see what the hype is about. And shit, it just came on and his music played, and I was just like, like I've never experienced it. So I'm like, yo, like watching them come out. Watching how wild, like, the fans were going fucking nuts, yo.
Crazy.
Like, I saw a grown-ass man crying. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck, dog? Like, I'm like, yo, like, dude, like,
We
what
tried
the
to
fuck?
tell you, this
like,
nigga big, bro.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and I'm like, no bullshit. Like, I'm in awe. Like, my mouth open, like, I don't even know this nigga, and I'm caught up. Like, they got me in the emotion and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, like, he started talking and stuff, and I was just like, okay. And then he did when he sat down in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the first thing that I ever saw of him, is when he did that shit. And I was like, damn. And then I was like, this nigga's cold on the mic, bro. But now I'm thinking like, okay, I want to see him fight. And I was like, oh, he fighting Allen.
Darby, yeah.
And Darby Allen's like one of them young dudes that like throw he just fall flip.
Young Jeff
Like,
Hardy, bro.
yeah, he don't give a fuck about his body. So I'm like, oh shit. Like that match really finna be cracking. And then like you said, I was like, that Sting protege or whatever you want to say.
They
And
was
I
up
was
in
like,
the rafters. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, let's go.
I was like, yo, they fucking snapped. I'd never seen nothing like that. in wrestling like ever. Like I was just like, this is like unfucking believable.
Like people were comparing it to like The Rock and Hogan and all that. I'm like, no, that's Michael Jackson, fam. Like
Yes.
that's a
real
Michael
talk.
Jackson reaction.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like one dude. I saw multiple grown ass men.
Like,
Like
people
as soon
were
as
falling out.
Yes, as soon as the music hit, bro. Like
Crazy. And the
losing
thing-
their fucking mind.
The thing
bro.
is, like, I thought it could not get any louder, and it continually proceeded
yes,
to
I was
get
just like, what
louder.
the fuck, bro?
Shout out to Punk too, because like the way that he protected himself like legally, so that he could keep like all of his shit. Because like he didn't have to reinvent anything. He had to get new
Ooh,
theme
I
music.
wish
He
I
had
could-
to
I wish
get
I
a
could play the
name. He could use basically everything that he established in WWE. And like just move that right over. Like he did it in
In
UFC.
UFC?
He did it with all elite. Like that's a
Sam
smart
actually
man.
kind of forgot about that. I was like, you don't remember he had a big ass lawsuit to get them shit? Like, no. I was like, dog, Colt Cabana, WWE. Like he was like, no, give me my shit.
Which was part of the rift at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like,
But the thing is, like coming into the company, like he was able to keep his name.
Yeah.
So like he had established that name on the Indies. He kept it through WWE, and he's like, "This, it's my
me.
name, right?"
Yeah.
Without having to like legally change his name, like Stone Cold and Ultimate Warrior did,
which is crazy.
and right back.
So now I did tell Sam it'd be wild if they could produce the exact same numbers for their 1 hour rampage for CM Punk as opposed to the 2 hour or 3 hour show of Raw or SmackDown.
Well, you know, that's the Friday show for AEW is not their big show.
Right.
The
And
big show is the Wednesday Dynamite.
yeah.
Right, but I was stating like they was only on for that hour.
Yeah, because Rampage, that Friday show isn't like.
It's yeah.
It's more like Heat, like it used to be like
Yeah,
Sunday Night
it's
Heat.
a short little.
But
He.
what they end up doing, so Raw yesterday had 2.7 million, or 2.07 million. SmackDown past Friday was 2.1 million, so they was actually pretty close. And Rampage did 1.13 million.
on their B show because CM Punk was returning. Yeah, and CM Punk's first appearance on Dynamite is going to be Wednesday
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah. One thing. As
In
soon
Milwaukee.
as I saw him, I got on my iPad. I was like, "Fuck! I need to go fucking look at tickets." But then tickets is like high up.
They are sky.
Yeah, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
They was
I ain't finna-
$25 initially.
I ain't gonna pay all that shit to see
was
the sit up in KC
2 weeks
shit.
ago, they was $25.
How much they now?
I seen
Right.
in the Raptors like at least 2 something or one something.
These niggas think they got the finals.
And it's crazy because I saw their all-in prices for pay-per-view are up like 600 or something to get it. Because
Jeez.
that's in Chicago and it's their pay-per-view.
Yeah. Oh, so the hometown.
Yeah.
It's Labor Day weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And like, here's the thing. Like, first of all, like Punk is really smart in the business. Like that's where he always clashed with like Vince and all them is because like he would want to do shit and they'd be like, no, we don't do it that way. And he's like, but this is what will get us like fans and shit. So like introducing him in Chicago, like first of all,
Genius.
they're gonna go crazy. So like
Yeah.
you're gonna get that reaction, but then that builds to like people like you that are seeing him for the first time. Like, oh, dude must be a big ass deal.
They still 25.
oh, they 25
They still 25?
on what?
But you up there.
Yeah, I ain't-
It's the,
But, I mean,
it's the Panther Arena.
I was gonna say that there really isn't a bad seat in that house.
It's only $25 still?
What time is it?
6 o'clock.
You for real trying to go?
I ain't gonna be done with. I get my hair done at. I'll be done at 6. I can't reschedule.
Can you go early?
I might be able to. All right, we'll go. We'll
We'll
go
figure it out.
I'm be in that bitch with him.
Yeah, they will
Oh,
feel
all the time
lucky,
I'm gonna have CM Punk t-shirt on and shit.
I did go and try to buy a
Get the
t-shirt.
motherfucking head
Dude, he
things.
crashed
He crashed
pro
the
wrestling
site.
tees.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
They said it's the best selling t-shirt they've ever had.
And that went on the next day and it was sold out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How much that was going for?
Normal
think
t-shirt,
like
like just a
30
normal,
Oh, that ain't shit.
maybe 35.
Now AEW got all this excitement, and Vince want to turn around and squash.
Bianca.
Yeah.
Disrespectful, bro.
So we get CM Punk's triumphant return on Friday. Vince comes back with SummerSlam on Saturday. We've talked about Bianca Belair before on this show. Her and Sasha Belair were the first black women to
Sasha Banks.
to headline WrestleMania. Great match.
Phenomenal.
At SummerSlam, it was supposed to be the rematch. There had been rumors out that the match wasn't going to take place. And
Sasha.
something was happening with Sasha and Bianca as well. Bianca was cleared, I believe, Friday before the pay-per-view.
She had like 2 matches on Friday.
Like, she got cleared, like, right before the pay-per-view. And then Sasha never got cleared, but WWE never stopped promoting the match as Bianca versus Sasha.
Oh, okay.
Pay-per-view comes, they aired a promo and everything. Bianca comes out. The ref says Sasha Banks cannot compete in this match. It's not happening. Instead, we have Carmella. Yeah, I will stop the music too, because what? Why y'all get me all hype on that promo with Cardi B up?
Because they produced it. Like, we have to
we
pay
gotta
for this
show
song, so we got to use it.
Like, somebody put their time in on this video. You gonna show my shit.
Yeah, I think originally
was a
they were
great
supposed
promo,
to get Cardi for, like, to host it or something and fell through. She pregnant?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
super
Oh,
pregnant
yeah,
too.
that's why.
Yeah.
So, you know, here we are. You think it's going to get Carmella and Bianca, and you're like, well, whatever. And then you hear Becky Lynch's music. Everybody's excited. Oh my God, Becky Lynch is back. She was running the women's division before she, took time off to have her child and be at home with the baby.
Not quite Punk level, but it was a very
It was a good pop.
receptive.
It was a good pop.
I mean, I love
Reaction.
Becky Lynch. She was my
We all,
favorite.
hey,
Right, go.
I'm glad you pointed out the fact that it was not quite a Punk level pop, because that's important, I think. Because she got a big pop.
She got a big pop.
It wasn't Punk pop, but it was big.
Punk pop.
And we was excited.
So we were excited thinking we were going to get Bianca versus Becky. Like, on what? This about to be great.
It's even better than Sasha because
Hey, we ain't
we ain't seen this one yet.
Right, this
Let's
is
run
new.
this one. This is gonna be another horsewoman on her belt.
Let's go. And instead of having a compelling match that could have stolen the show, we got Bianca losing in 26 seconds. She got Kofi'd. I was so mad I didn't want to finish the pay-per-view. It ruined
Same
a few
here.
matches for me. Because I was just like,
You weren't the only one, because, like, the crowd was completely out of it at that point.
And then you follow that up with at least 10 minutes of Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. I was like, you thought we wanted to see this shit?
go.
And then, like, the longest Goldberg match in WWE
Ever.
history.
Wait, on a bum leg.
I was like, how
Bum leg.
how y'all give Goldberg more respect than Bianca Belair?
I mean, it's Goldberg.
She
that,
is your women's champion.
Exactly.
True. Hey, you're a young star right now. Your face.
And you milked the F out of the fact that she was a black champion and this and this and
Right,
that.
part
when it
of
was
the promo
convenient
was
to you.
like, black women in the main event of
WrestleMania.
Right. And then
you do this.
That's why people stop fucking with the
well,
WWE.
apparently he want to make Becky a heel.
You could do it a different way.
You could.
But the
don't gotta do it like
fastest
that.
way to get the most heat is to
I
squash
don't
her.
fuck with off that. I automatically was like, fuck Becky Lynch.
The fastest way to get heat is
Like
to
real
squash
talk,
her.
it didn't happen. Did you want shit to work, motherfucker? Because I said fuck her off top. I followed her and everything. I was like, fuck her. Let's see that. Showing pictures of her baby. Y'all damn near said fuck the kids.
no.
F them kids.
And then you have Roman Reigns up against.
Dun, dun, dun,
John Cena.
dun.
Let me tell you something about that man, John Cena.
He could take an ass whooping, man.
No, that ain't what I was going to say.
Had to
Tim
be
had
said.
childhood flashbacks and shit. Like, I know how to take an ass whoop. That's a motherfucker that can take an ass whoop.
What I was going to say is that John Cena puts guys over.
Mm-hmm.
He does a great job of it. I believe he's won at SummerSlam twice since like 2008. Like it's been
Oh,
L
really?
after L after L after L at SummerSlam. But great matches. Big L's for Cena. Which
Big
is what
Ls.
was interesting to think about. But
Can I just make a note about that? Like, I was so geeked. Like, I was like, oh, we're going to get Roman Cena. Like, Roman has been in his bag basically since
Yeah.
he came back last year.
Cena pushed him on the mic.
Cena whooped his ass on the mic.
He
Like,
did.
It wasn't no push.
He did.
Like, he was running circles around him. I'm like, damn. I thought he had got better. I thought he could hang.
did get better.
Right. Like, I thought he could hang now. Like, he can't hang.
No,
like,
it's-
What's
it's levels to
interesting
this.
is because I don't watch the weekly product often, but my husband was watching it, and I was listening, and I was like, I walked past him, and I was like, he's talking like The Rock.
Yeah.
Who
Like,
was?
Roman. He took
He has
his
a
whole,
cadence.
He took his whole cadence.
Oh, for real?
He took his whole flow, bar for
I've said
bar,
that for a while.
bar
Oh,
for
real?
bar.
I ain't been watching.
Yeah,
like that.
I was like, maybe he's coaching him up in the back or something like that. I was like, but he has
Bar
the same cadence,
for bar.
the inflections, the pauses, the
They
face.
on.
Well, not the face, but more so like just when he inserts the face. Like I noticed it a while ago. I was like, hey,
That's
whatever
great.
helps to get you there, because eventually you'll turn it to
I
your
heard
own.
her because I was listening to him talking. I was like, he sounded like The Rock. And I was walking like to go outside, and I was like, he sounded like The Rock. And the mayor was like, he do. And I was like, he must have been watching his tapes or something. Like he has like
Something.
That's probably how he's been getting better. Like let me just.
And then you got Paul Heyman helping you out too. So he said majority of his promos is all him.
Yeah.
Like
Paul
he was
Heyman
like, it's pretty much. He was like, my character is pretty close to what I am in real life. He like, and I haven't had a promo like that, like written for me like that. He was like, so what you get is what I say. And he like, cause what they go do, fire me?
but part of it, I think, like part of the issue with like him and Cena is that like Cena's style is more jokey, and like Roman, that's not his strong suit. So him trying to, like be funny too, it's like stay in your lane. Like,
I mean, but even with the witty, like
stick to the angry guy.
John Cena was like, he was killing him. The 1, 2, 3 was slick.
right? Like, and that's the
He had
thing.
the
Like,
crowd in his hand. I was like,
Cena is
dang,
just like
Cena.
the connection that he has with the
He's
crowd
good.
is he's great. Like, just what I'm saying, like it's still like
It's levels
as
to
great
this.
as Roman's been over the last year. Like, it's still levels to this, and it's still levels that he got to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a knock on him. I'm just saying, like
He's been phenomenal.
you see like you're seeing a master here at work, and it's like, okay, I still got
And
to
it's
wait.
again after a weekend of CM Punk where you're like that. Like I was like, I text Sam. I was like, it should be almost illegal how good he is
on the mic, bro.
Like it's.
I ain't write nothing, but I'm just come out here and I'm just.
He actually had me for a second thinking like he ain't write this, and I was like, wait, no, he had. Then I was like, did he? And I was like, no, he had.
You know, it's Punk. He probably didn't.
I don't know. He's that
He
good.
said he didn't.
I mean,
That's
wrestlers
my
of
point.
yore, like they didn't like write down, like they had bullet points, and they're like, okay, these are the notes that I got to hit, and like,
And that's
so like
my
basically
point.
with him, it was probably like, okay, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna vent, and then I'm gonna push the match, and
We'll
then
go
we'll
from
go
there.
on, right? Like,
That's the point because like when you're that good, I mean, I can't tell if you like playing a character, like if you real or if you. That's why Punk is Punk.
and like they talk like human beings.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
it's
real
not
people.
right. It's not a wrestling promo.
He's just
It's,
talking.
it's a right. It's just
Man, like the other day, my motherfucking boss, man. let me sit down and cross my legs real quick.
like
This
that's
motherfucker in the back.
But the Cena match ended. Brock Lesnar came out, and you know what? The first thought I had was Vince had to have watched AEW. He had to have seen Punk, and he had to have been like, "Oh, okay, okay."
Call Brock.
Call Brock.
Get him
And
in
he had,
here.
call Becky.
he had to have been like, "Hey, Brock, I know I said I wasn't gonna pay that number before,
But fuck it.
but
You always pay Brock's number.
I got you. I'll send a plane to come get you tonight
Like Brock know, like they need him more than he needs them at
because
this
he's
point.
good.
Right.
He is a country boy. He lives
mean-
on like a farm.
You leave Cena, and now you go walk straight into
Lesnar.
Lesnar.
Actually, backing up, like Cena came out after his match with Edge, so like he got 3 Hall of Famers in a row.
back to
basically.
back and put on. I mean, the Cena match was meh. Like I liked it. The last 3 to 4 minutes of the match was the best part of the match. The rest of it, I was kind of like,
The Cena Roman match.
yeah.
I liked it.
I like the last
I
4
went
minutes of the match after Cena hit him with that first FU or attitude adjustment, whichever one you like, AA or FU. After that first one, they turned up. Then that was the turnbuckle one. That's when the Superman punches started flying. That's when Cena fight because he was talking shit to him like those 5 moves ain't shit.
They had to
Can't do that
build up
shit.
to that. Like it was
I
a
hear you.
beautifully told story within that match.
It didn't grab me, personally.
Not the
But
first half.
here's why it grabbed me because I kept thinking in the back of my head, Tim might be right.
Like he could win.
So that's part of why the match for me was. I was like, this nigga. I was like getting ready to text him a few times. Like
To be fair,
you had it.
I fell asleep during the match, so I watched it after the fact.
See,
Wait, I watched it after the fact, so I already knew the result, but
Oh.
I still enjoyed the match. Like it was still the end of the match was enjoyable. I can go back and watch matches and still enjoy them. It was meh to me.
there were certain things about WWE that I just don't understand. So like, yeah, like as things were going on, like thinking about what you had said, like going into Friday, and then at the end of SmackDown, they're like, "Oh, Roman's like, if I lose, I'm leaving WWE," and I'm like, "I know you ain't leaving WWE." So
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's
this
right.
just like
That's right.
Somebody
completely
said that on
undercuts the
Twitter.
entire thing. Like, there was no like you didn't need like you
add
weren't gonna
that.
sell anything extra because like you put that stipulation on it.
It actually made it worse.
It made it worse.
Everybody said that Roman just
very
sold
true.
the match.
That's very true. That is very true.
I seen that on Twitter. They was like, he
That's very
just
true.
blew the match because he said that. Like, had he not said nothing, nobody would have knew.
If anything, like if you would have put John Cena on that, then it would be like, oh damn, like are they really gonna let John Cena go out this way, or you know?
And he's turning around left anyways. He's gone anyways now. So like,
I mean, like, that was always the plan. You know what I mean?
That's why he's working house shows.
I thought he was gonna do one more SmackDown and bounce, but no, like
He said summer
He's gone.
of Cena ends at SummerSlam,
He done.
and I am out of here. But no, y'all, wrestling is getting really interesting right now
Indeed.
with who they're bringing, and honestly, there are more people on AEW's like roster that I'm actually interested in than there
Yeah.
are on WWE's. It's just that the ones on WWE roster, like I really F with.
Yeah. But again, Adam Cole, if he does go to AEW, like that's it for me. Yeah,
It's
down to
over
AEW. Yeah, because that's my him and Kenny Omega is my 2 favorite wrestlers right now.
Question for y'all, and I guess you too, but I think I know where you're going. Like, what's more interesting, like the actual on-screen product or like the meta like battle between the two companies? Like, is it more interesting to you to be like, oh man, like AEW is really gaining on WWE, or is it like
The actual
It's the matches.
product.
Yeah,
The actual
The product
on-screen.
has to be good, but I think they work hand in hand for me because like knowing that it's but it wouldn't be close unless the product was good. So
And AEW has its moments where they got some botch kings over there.
they be botching.
They be botching the fuck out of some.
they be throwing their bodies.
but it'd be the
young-
people you
But
really
it's
don't
a
know
lot
about.
of young. That's what they were
Yeah.
saying before. Like it's a great blend now because of the experience that they have. Like they brought in some good wrestlers, some safe wrestlers, some guys who can't really wrestle anymore, but can teach on the microphone and backstage.
Yeah.
You got some younger guys who they're willing to. Everybody willing to be Jeff Hardy right now. Like no, bro, you don't got to do that.
Oh, I saw
Slow down a little
something.
bit.
I saw something on Twitter about MJF, the one
Yeah.
that fought
With the
Chris
scarf.
Jericho.
Yeah.
I haven't watched him enough, but people say that he
he
like
cold.
The Rock or whatever.
He cold on the mic.
Like he that level, like cold. And I was like, I don't watch him enough. Like, I don't know.
Oh, no.
But that's who they was comparing him to. They was comparing him to.
Look,
he's
Rock
very
on Twitter.
interested, like a talker, like as
Okay.
a talker, like he's very interested.
I'm gonna find
Okay.
out because I'm supposed to be watching AEW.
Yeah, this is
So-
facts.
The last thing I was gonna say is like, you know, like for as much shit as we give Vince, like there are things when I was watching the AEW on Friday where I'm like, yeah, like Vince's like commitment to like people's looks and like everything like flowing, like that really enhances the product. Where you just got guys that look like they just
Jumped out
came
of
out of
bed.
the crowd. You know what I mean? Like it's like
John Moxley.
Yeah.
yeah.
That motherfucker, bro. I
Wait,
still
that's-
fuck with him.
I thought the same thing because when I saw SummerSlam, I was like, no, SmackDown, because we watched SmackDown after we watched Dynamite or Rampage, and I was like, golly, the production level is just off the charts in WWE.
Oh,
Like,
it's like ECW.
Next, next level.
AEW's ECW.
no, they WCW. Like, if you watch
Yeah,
WCW, like
WCW.
it was also kind of like,
It's like
Gritty.
WWE just paused for 20 years and like now this is what WCW would be in 2021.
To wrap this up, though, to come back full circle, if you were trying to go to AEW all out with all the hype that's been building with this product, the in the door price before you get the taxes, you're looking at $376
Pay-per-view.
pay-per-view. And I believe the pay-per-view itself is like $60 if you want to order it.
So which one y'all order?
No, it's for sure happening. So we need to
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
we can definitely figure it out.
Watch party.
who's domicile and who's bringing what.
Oh, yeah. We out here.
We could do the pizza thing then.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could. That'll make sense. When is it?
That's the 5th. Labor Day
Oh,
weekend.
okay. Oh, yeah.
So we off the
Niggas
next
off
day.
Monday, too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Be a celebration for real.
Okay. Okay. Anywho, Draymond Green and Kevin Durant, they had a sit-down interview last week. Came out on Wednesday, the day we dropped last week's show. So we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Anything y'all want to say on that interview where, they was talking about why he really left and...
The vibe I got from the interview was that they squashed this a while ago, and like now neither one of them wants to take like responsibility for their roles in it, and they're trying to push the blame off on the other people. Which isn't to say other people didn't have a role to play in it, but like neither one of them owned up to like, yeah, I was bogus for saying what I said, and yeah, I was bogus for like whatever KD did. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't feel like it wasn't a real conversation like airing out their grievances, because it feels like that happened already. Like now it's just like we on the same page, and this is how we look at it now as boys again.
Now that we've talked it out, this is our combined view of what happened.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like the Kobe Shaq sit-down that they had on NBA TV where you were like, okay, we getting some new stuff.
Why they still pissed?
We getting some new stuff. You're like, they were cool, but I feel like they were more honest when they were talking to each other. Like, for the fact that both of them said they felt like ownership is the one that effed that up, I was like, didn't you call him what do you call it? The B word?
Probably.
I think that's what he called him. If not, it was he called him something else that's also
Problematic.
yes. Regardless of such, I thought it was interesting that they both put the blame on ownership. So that was something I was going to point out too. And Katie talking about like why he enjoyed his time there was because like he knew his role, and Draymond was, I think you checked out our third year. He's like, no, like I was still here. I was just checked in, focused on the game and this and that, and loved it at that. But it was cool. It was a nice little half an hour.
It was cool. Like, it was interesting, like, hearing... It was interesting because we... Like Eric said, like, it sounded like they hashed it out a minute ago, but this is the first time everybody's seen them together. And not to mention, they were just playing on Team USA together. So
Drinking,
that's how I knew, like,
together.
Right, that's how I knew that, like, y'all cool again, because, like, they were real chummy, like, whenever you would see them, like, in the games and stuff. So it's like...
And while you're there, like, hey, let's make this quick buck. What do you think?
They definitely probably had the idea over there, like...
When we get back, we'll go ahead and just chop this up real quick, throw this out. But I mean, it's fine because for the fans and people who are invested in that story, it kind of gives some clarity, gives some some closure on what may or may not have been for the Warriors fans who may have felt that Draymond pushed KD out or vice versa. So I just don't think that Draymond go be cool with calling out the ownership like that.
What's they gonna do? Fire him?
Right.
They can trade his ass.
He Draymond Green.
Do you think he tried to get traded with that shit?
I don't think he's trying to, but he know like there aren't going to be any repercussions from it.
You think Clay would be, or not Clay? You think Steph would be happy if they traded Draymond now? Like that's not going to happen.
Simmons, like maybe, but beyond that,
that's not going to happen unless it's for Ben Simmons, who is pretty much a younger Draymond.
You're pretty much saying that he
got job security. He a Warriors legend. Like
yes. And they also know how he is, so I'm sure their comments weren't surprising to hear. Like, they know what Draymond be on. He Draymond.
They probably still taking it back, like, God damn, bro. What?
They went on Twitter like, oh, that was just a little jokey joke. He was just playing. He was just joking.
You know Dre.
You know how he be.
Because it's done, like, it was just done, because he's like, I'm sitting in there and they suspend me, and I'm just like, y'all gonna fuck this up. And it's like, you fucked it up because you wanted to just like I don't know how it's their fault for like reacting to you actually actively making it like a weird workspace. Like,
didn't he say they had already talked or something like that, which is why he was he just kept saying only me and you gonna be the ones
right. And it's like, if you know that, then why aren't you
apologizing? You
right, like
feel like he was wrong.
And I guess, like, to his point, like, if you feel like somebody's trying to make you do something, it makes you less likely to do it while you're still mad. But at the same time, it's like, you're still the reason why this whole thing is going on. So you can't just, like, push it off on, they're the ones that messed it up, because, like, we would have hashed it out. It's like,
yeah, he definitely.
But you still had the opportunity to hash it out. Like, it's not like, it didn't have to go that much further if you would have
I feel you.
stepped up before that.
But yeah, it was interesting. It is what it is. NBA full schedule finally dropped. If there are any matchups that y'all are dying to see, keep them in mind. I'm going to read a couple facts about this upcoming season. I'm going to come back to y'all with whatever matchups that y'all can't wait to see. So, we got some dates. As said, final day of the regular season is going to be April 10th. And it's going to be one of those days again where every team is playing on the same day. I like that.
Happy birthday to my wife.
The play-in tournament runs from April 12th to the 15th. And then the playoffs start on the 16th. The finals are scheduled to start on June 2nd. Last year, we saw more of the 2-game series taking place where, it was 2 games in the same place back-to-back. That's back this season. They did that to reduce travel with the condensed schedule. But this season, we're going to have 23 of those 2-game series in the same place. So, you gonna look out for that? Building little rivalries all over the place. The Nets are the favorites to win the title. And they open at a league best 54.5 wins at Caesars once that schedule came out. In case you were curious, the Bucks were at number 2. The defending champion Milwaukee Bucks were at number 2.
Get it right.
At 53.5 wins. The Lakers, the 76ers, and the Jazz all opened at 51.5, and then the Suns were at 50.5, rounding out the teams that had win totals in the 50s. So according to Vegas, the best teams in the league: Nets, Bucks, Lakers, 76ers, Jazz, Suns.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's about right.
Depending on where Gary Harris might be. Oh, not Gary Harris. Jamal Murray.
They said
Denver
that he probably ain't going to be back until I think like
yeah, because he
March.
tore it late in the season because of like the schedule being off. Like,
I think they said March.
I mean, Jokic still led them to what, the 4th seed? Or something like that.
3rd.
Yeah, he was up there.
They played Portland round 1.
Yep.
So Portland was 6.
Yep, so 3. Sha'Carri Richardson. She came in last, y'all. She was dead last at that classic that took place this past weekend. in that 100-meter race, and she withdrew from the 200-meter race. So this was the sprinters. This was her first race back after being suspended when she tested positive for marijuana. Dooch, you are funny. Someone in our group posted, I think it was you, Ken, posted this story that she lost. And Dooch comment just said, that's because she stopped smoking weed.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
Threw everything off.
She finished with 11.14 seconds. She was very, very far behind Thompson Hera, who won the gold in Tokyo.
Them Jamaican women, though.
Yeah.
Man.
They different right now.
Yeah.
I seen somebody Photoshop some Timbs on her feet. They said she was running in Timbs.
I saw that they like zoomed in and there was Tim's on her feet.
Like, she be floating, bro.
People wild, bro.
Little legs be gone.
Yeah, Thompson Hera, her time of 10:54, it was the second fastest women's time in history, second only to FloJo.
Like, she be floating, bro. Them Jamaicans is different, bro. When Usain Bolt was running, Osafa Powell was his running mate. That motherfucker was right there with his ass. And when Bolt wasn't running, Osafa Powell was the one right there, neck and neck with everybody else on taking that bitch. Like, them Jamaicans be different, dog.
Constantly breaking American track stars' hearts.
They start doping and shit.
Every year they thought they was in it. They was geek. What was the
Justin Gatlin.
oh, like the it was all they was one dude who's all every year like I'm ready, like it's time.
Psych.
They're getting caught cheating too.
That's what happens.
But yeah, we just have to point that out. The jokes have been all the jokes that aren't like sexist and like racist. They've been funny. She earned that L.
I mean, like, you got smoked, bro. Like, you joined the race, you got smoked. It is what it is. Like she said, it's not her last race. She'll be back.
Yeah.
And I
Keep
feel
training.
like part of like the reaction is because they're people that weren't traditionally sports fans, so I don't want to say they don't get it, but it's like you're not used to like your person getting slandered. It's like
It's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen, especially like if you loud and brash and like telling everybody that you're
it's
gonna
really
win and
gonna
that you
happen.
better. Like it's gonna happen. Same thing happened to LeBron in 2011. Like not one, not two, not three, and then you lose in the first year. Like you gonna get slandered, fam. Like
Twitter was on fire.
like I don't know what to tell you. Like it don't mean that you're not a
cold.
GOAT, right? Like just you got
eat that L, bro.
You saw what happened to Paul
you
George.
flipping on her and you turn your back on her when she's at her
Famous
like,
jokes.
It's just jokes.
I mean, plus they literally would go through bronze in the Olympics, bro, and then they turned around and ran right. Like that's like when KD was just in the playoffs, deep into the playoffs, or I'm sorry, better. Chris Middleton and
go.
Drew Holiday was in the finals.
Used to
Turn
write
around and
examples.
play the damn Olympics and shit. Like them motherfuckers got done playing in the finals, and then they turned around and ran like, "Hey, y'all just want to stretch out a little bit." Let's go over here. But they went to the wreck.
I know y'all love Sha'Carri. We love Sha'Carri too. But jokes gonna be jokes.
Exactly. And I'm going to laugh. They funny, I'm laughing, goddammit.
I mean, she lost.
I love a good joke.
It's gonna happen.
Say live, V. She'll race again.
She'll be back.
Yeah,
And when she win, we'll give her props on that too.
exactly.
Well, she only like 18, ain't she?
I have no clue.
Nah, I think she's
She
like
got to be older than that, though.
I think she's like 19 or 20.
Go ahead, double check.
You go ahead. I'll check. You go ahead and hit this transaction and injury news, personnel news in the NFL and the NBA.
I got you, player. Veteran pass rusher Everson Griffin re-signed with Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, after playing with the Cowboys and the
last
Lions.
year.
Everson.
Good stuff. He also had to apologize to Kirk Cousins. He called him ass on Twitter.
And he said Zimmer ain't want him.
And he did say that too, like talking big shit because he was on another team.
I was just mad.
Hey, I
ain't
was just
mean
over there,
it.
bro. I was over there, bro. You
I
know,
ain't
fit in
mean
with the
it.
culture and shit. This I had to, prove my loyalties.
You know how I be talking. I just be talking sometimes.
And it's emotional, like when people leave teams. Like you salty. Like I was listening to the Woes Pride with Malcolm Brogdon earlier, and he's like, "I'm over." Like it feels personal in the moment because it's like, "Oh, you don't want me, or you don't want to pay me what I'm worth." But he's like, "I understand now. Like it is a business, and like they had to do what's best for their franchise, and there's no hard feelings, and I'm happy that they won, and all these other things." So it's like,
Oh, my play cousin.
So now he got to hear that for his. I don't want to say his career, but people will bring that up. Like you was on that squad initially.
I mean,
Y'all was right there, man. They got one without you. Like, how you feel? Like
Dang.
shit like that. But, I mean, they do that to people though.
I feel like that would be bled more than.
definitely
more than-
No, he
was
caught
more
that the
immediate.
whole playoff.
But I'm saying like Brogdon's 2 years like removed.
Right.
Like he wasn't even with them last year.
like it's
No,
not
but
like
he was the
getting
one
rid of.
game removed from the final squad though.
2.
But I hear you.
Or
But it's
two.
not like it's not like
But it's not
they
the
got
right-
rid of him and like then they went and won
Right.
the title right away.
It
It's
took
like,
another year of like additions and subtractions to actually get the formula right.
and
So,
especially
like,
with Brogdon, like a lot of people were saying like that's why they didn't win last year because
Right.
they got rid of Brogdon.
so he
it's
probably
like,
felt vindicated last year,
Exactly.
and then this year, if anybody's gonna catch the slander, and who has been catching the slander,
I love it.
it's Eric Bledsoe because
I
we got a
love
new
it, bro.
point guard and now we have a title. It's that simple correlation that people react to.
Exactly. Anyway, I don't know how we got here. Cameron Newton. So he will remain away from the team until Thursday due to a misunderstanding on COVID-19
Cam.
testing policy.
He just
When he went and had a test conducted away from an NFL facility.
Okay,
He thought he was doing what was best for the squad. He didn't know.
you being
But those rules, first of all, those rules only apply to unvaccinated players. So, like, if you're not vaccinated, like, you kind of at the mercy of whatever the policy is, and you need to make sure that you crossing your T's and dotting your I's. But I get it. Like, he didn't. He was still getting tested while he was away from the team. He just didn't go to a proper NFL facility to
To
get
do
it
it.
tested. But again, like, that's part of the policy. So if you're choosing not to get vaccinated, like, you need to know what the policy is to make sure that you're compliant.
facts.
True. And
And-
don't cause an outbreak because otherwise they on your ass.
And this week they have joint practices too, and Matt gonna get all these reps.
Yep.
It is gonna be what it is.
And 2 Bills receivers, including Cole Beasley, are in the same scenario.
When he's supposed to never mind.
Oh yeah, I definitely saw that. And I was like,
He's the strongest anti-vaxxer in the league. So
He came out with his own little statement after the league was talking about don't be the reason and shit.
well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, both Cam's was because he didn't go to the testing facility. Cole Beasley and I forgot who the other dude, another receiver that looked like Odell, but not Odell.
Oh damn!
He looked like Alan Crabb. He don't look like Odell. We lost the video.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway,
sorry, YouTube.
right. So theirs was that somebody in their room that was vaccinated tested positive, and because it was a close contact, like, now they're in the protocols.
Yeah.
So even if it ain't your fault, like,
Damn.
because you're unvaccinated, like,
You was around him, bro. You kicking it with him.
Right.
Damn.
NBA.
Boston has agreed to a couple of contract extensions, one with center Robert Williams and the other with guard Josh Richardson. This is on top of the Marcus Smart extension from last week.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
So they spend a lot of money to keep this team together. And I wonder, like, part of me is like, they're making sure that they get enough salary so that they can match on a potential
Salary
deal for
matching, bro.
somebody.
You
Right.
want some money? Yeah, hell yeah, I want some money.
He a trade.
You getting
chip.
traded to Washington, though. FYI. And one thing I hadn't realized is, like, Bill and Tatum are both from St. Louis, and, like, they have a relationship that predates, like, NBA
Yeah, they are
stuff.
very close.
So when that time comes, like, keep that in mind if Brad Bill wants out of Washington.
Yep.
And, like, looking at how Boston is maneuvering. Charlotte, speaking of the Celtics, former Celtic Terry Rozier signed a 4-year, $97 million contract extension.
Scary Terry got some scary money.
I knew he had a good season.
He was hooping.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
I did not realize he was a $100 million player.
Like, that's what I was saying before. Like, Scary Terry, even though he became a thing, like, he was hooping.
Yeah.
I think he averaged over 20 last year or something like that. Like, he's actually
like
nice.
a legit 3-point shooter now, which he wasn't when he was in Boston. Like, he's really improved his game.
And he still got the handles.
And he's kind of like the perfect point guard to pair with LaMelo. Like, he doesn't need
He's
to be
the
on the
scorer.
ball, but he can,
He can create
he
his
can
own
run
shot.
the team. He can create his own shot. He's a good off-ball shooter. Like, and he can defend ones if you want to have LaMelo defend up. Like,
Jordan finally doing it over there. He working on it.
fell into it.
I mean, you gotta give him some credit. Like, he ran this shit into the ground fast. Now he building it back up slowly.
I mean, it takes luck to be successful. Like, I wouldn't take anything away from him. Like, lottery. Hamidou Diallo re-signed with Detroit. The Hawks hired Kenosha native Nick Van Exel as the assistant coach. Denver recently hired Jason Terry to coach his G League team. And the Mavericks hired Christy Tolliver from she's a Spark still? Or
She's still active.
It's the Spark stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Okay.
yeah.
And Jared Dudley as assistant coaches.
Shut up.
Oh, Doug got a job.
That's what's up, man.
Ken mentioned last week that he was going to be around in some form, some fashion.
I said coaching, I thought, but
You thought coaching.
Yeah.
You called coaching, and then you also called out the fact that LeBron loves that guy.
Mhm.
We love that guy.
yeah.
LeBron saw this news about Dudley apparently becoming an assistant coach with the Mavericks, and he was upset. He tweeted right onto the thread, "Congrats to my guy. This is true," which it probably is, but facepalm emoji, man. Then he put the F word in all caps with like 10 yelling emojis afterwards, and then he came back with another tweet and said, "Excuse my language," but still one hurt. I think he meant this one hurt. For many reasons that you won't understand. 5 face palm emojis.
Thought LeBron loved him an emoji, fam.
Bro, he going through
He
it
love
on
it,
Twitter. Why is he
Hey,
going
man,
through
if you
these
like that-
things?
Hey,
He was
dog.
going through it.
Dudley, man, I told you, love that guy, dude.
They do love that guy. They love that guy.
Oh, you want him to come to LA?
He wanted him to stay in
I
LA.
don't stay in LA. I even said coaching. I didn't even say hooping no
You
more.
did, and how he about to be an assistant coach somewhere
Yeah.
else
And
with
he actually
kids.
he got a front bench coaching job too. Like that's, you know, like usually you got to work your way up to that spot. So
That's kid boy.
and he definitely been riding for Kid like after all the stuff
Oh,
came
yeah.
out in Giannis' book and stuff.
That's why he needed a job.
He was kissing ass.
All of it.
He wasn't bad, man.
He was kissing all of it.
So what? He
Cheek-
poured
like
ice on us
cheek-
while we was asleep.
Is that a real thing that happened?
No.
I'm gonna say because I know you actually listening to the
That's
book.
that poor ice.
I had to verify. I haven't read it yet.
Wake your ass up.
That's just build character. We was cold as fuck together.
Like a team,
Right, like, fuck out of here.
a real team. Kevin Garnett is going to become the 24th player. 24th player in Boston Celtics history to have his jersey retired.
They gotta start putting some of them numbers back in rotation.
I mean,
Yeah. 'cause
He ain't
that's-
gonna be able to play as nobody on the day.
Exactly.
right,
bro.
the whole
24,
starting lineup
bro.
gonna be in the 60s at some point.
it's going to be player number 9 to 7, and
No single
24.
digits no more.
Right, 97 passes it to 43, passes it to
they're going to have like
76.
my 2K player number is 83.
Whew.
Yours? Mm-hmm. Why?
I just wanted to pick an ugly number.
83.
That was my goal. I was
You
like,
at 83 and you're a point
you
guard. too?
succeeded.
I wanted a real ugly number because I was like, we're gonna play some deep. We're gonna be an ugly player. Like we gonna do the stuff that people don't want to do. Ugly number. We gonna see that for real in Boston. It's gonna be a bunch of ugly numbers.
Is
Should do
it
69.
Taj Gibson, 67?
I have to actually look at because it depends on how it look on the jersey.
69.
Best number.
This man over here, but yeah, he's gonna get that number retired
It don't
on
matter how you flip it.
on the
This nigga here.
13th of March when the Celtics host the Mavericks at the TD Garden. This guy over here.
Caught it a little late,
Uh,
but I got there.
While NFL commish Roger Goodell was at Jim Kelly's celebrity golf tournament,
Kim Kelly.
he said that the league wants to definitely keep the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo,
Do you now?
but in a new stadium.
So they
Oh,
put
here they go.
screws to him.
They finna strong arm, bro. They're
Yep.
like the mafia.
It's happening.
Get us our stadium, see?
Yeah, see? Dick
your hands up.
Dick Tracy come out and shit. Yeah, see?
Empty your pockets.
Put them up. Put them up.
Throw it on the table. Is that all you got? Muggsy, go check them out. Make sure them guys at home now.
Is this a gun or are you excited to see me?
What are we throwing on the table? Like, they got aggressive really quickly.
Is that a flashlight in your pocket?
No, you just happy to see me, see?
I don't know why this scene is so funny.
Yeah, see? Yeah, see?
Y'all
Thought you're gonna get away with it. See? Yeah, see?
stop.
You have to get my stadium or we're moving out of here. Me and the guys.
But like, not that Vegas and LA are both full. Like, is there an open?
They can go back to St. Louis. Run into the same problem.
St. Louis.
2 strikes and you're out for St. Louis.
Yeah, where the fuck would they run to? Probably Texas.
Just in the middle of
It's a
Texas.
big
somewhere.
ass landscape. Hey, shit, we'll find some landscape somewhere.
Gonna be in
Some
El Paso and shit.
landscape.
We ain't moving to Kansas.
Well, shit.
I think maybe Toronto since it's close
Nebraska.
and they already got the fan base.
I mean, Nebraska's a football state, but that's a college football state.
Yeah.
I don't know if an NFL team
They
would be
trying to play Nebraska.
sustained.
I mean, honestly, the NFL team is going to be successful wherever they. Well, I guess St. Louis. Never mind. St. Louis and San Diego. Like, as long as they don't go there, they good.
We're gonna see. But yeah, the Bills have been in that same stadium since '73, so
feel like they just renovated though, didn't they?
They did, and they finished that renovation I think 10 years ago. They put over $200 million into that renovation, but the Bills and the NFL pretty much was like, yeah, any renovation talks are over. Like we did what we could do here. That is that.
Knock it down.
Good luck.
Hello.
It's funny, I did Google NFL expansion cities, and the first one is St. Louis, San Diego, Oakland. Teams that lost teams, or cities that lost teams. Salt Lake City, San Antonio.
Salt Lake City.
Is it I know the A's are kind of teetering on the fence about leaving Oakland. Is that still is there been any movement on that?
I haven't heard any other.
have no idea. I know they've been holding these billionaires be holding folks hostage for these stadiums, bro.
Same. Every time.
I think I saw that they were thinking about going to Las Vegas as well. So if Oakland lose both their teams to the same city,
that'd be crazy.
Let's see. Oakland A's moving. Oakland Athletics could be on the move again after more than 5 decades as of July 23rd.
So it hasn't really been too much news since. Okay. So let's get into some rumors. Apparently, the Raiders, speaking of Vegas, they called the Chicago Bears up. They said, hey, Chicago, free agency, was getting ready to start. And we was just curious if y'all might be interested in trading Khalil Mack back.
Can we have him back, please?
I mean, hey, they was like, y'all got some cap issues. We know that's why you released Fuller and some other folk. So, we calling to see what's up. And the Bears was like, y'all thought, and hung up. So, that's, hey.
Yannick Ngakoue.
They can eat a dick. Think we finna trade. What's wrong with these
They said
niggas?
y'all broke boys.
y'all did release your all-pro corner.
Hey man, it was all just to get us a quarterback. Let's go.
They said y'all broke. I want to shed some more money. It's worth a shot.
No, y'all really cut the all-pro cornerback to bring in Andy Dalton just for him to lose his job probably in the first month.
By drafting. Well, I mean, you wouldn't expect them to get him there, but still.
Yeah. Hey, if it all work out, I'm cool.
Y'all probably would have went for a tackle.
He don't care what carnage is left in the wait.
Exactly. As long as it work out, we get back here.
It's a good building block, though.
Phil's been looking good.
Except when he got popped, which I didn't think that was a flag. I didn't see where, unless the angle I was
This is
looking
because
at.
the helmet came off. Yeah, it's because the helmet came
He
off.
can't control, the defender can't control how loose your helmet is.
Yeah.
He popped that mother.
And I feel like he scrunched down,
He
so
did.
he hit him in the helmet where he wouldn't have otherwise.
Because he moved, I was like,
He
that's
seen
a
it
weak
like
flag.
shit. That's the only reaction he had.
His headband flew off. I was like, dang.
Where he come from? Goddamn.
Yeah, one of his linemen didn't pick up. That dude had a free beeline to Justin
Feasted on my
Fields.
nigga, man. I was in my chest.
That was a jacked up hit.
Yeah. I was like, man, it's preseason. They hit that hard.
He ain't been able to hit all preseason. That's why.
I was mad as hell.
All that pent up aggression.
It's that bullshit.
But we've talked about the Overtime Elite League a few times on this show. Another alternative for elite NBA prospects. Instead of going to college or playing overseas, it's a league here in the States. Or G League. And they got a commitment from 5-star recruit Tyler Smith. He's 6'9", and he was ranked number 8 on ESPN's list of 2023 recruits. Apparently, he signed a 7-figure deal with Overtime. He is turning 17 in November.
Yeah.
And he will not be eligible for the draft until 2024 under current rules.
Damn.
Unless he's able to graduate a year early and enter the 2023 draft. The league said they're also still trying to recruit another half dozen guys before the team assembles in Atlanta this September to begin training and playing games. And the Overtime Elite teams will be playing against other academies, prep schools in the U.S., and international teams abroad. So their 24 players will be split into 3 teams and also play competitive games against each other.
That's gonna be some wild shit.
Hey, if you...
Just the evolution of sports, bro. Granted, it sounds like a AAU team, but then if you think about it, because it's a whole organization and damn near...
It's an AAU team to train you to go to the NBA. It's like that picture
And
we
you
saw.
still get school stuff, right?
and money.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like if you're that good at basketball,
Makes sense.
And you go travel with these other super players. Y'all the super friends.
And J.R. Smith is showing like you can always go back to school
Always.
after fact. Like, but you know.
And he a student athlete. Shout out to Jr.
Yeah.
Smith.
He got approved to play golf now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jr.
He wasn't a pro golf player, so
True. But he was a pro player. I thought that, well, it don't matter no more.
He went. I forgot. I was like, oh, he did go from high school to the league.
As soon as you sign an agent, I thought that you were completely done with your NCAA eligibility no matter what. That's what I thought the rule was with NCAA for professional.
I thought that was only if you were already enrolled in college, then you chose to withdraw and sign and get an agent. That used to be the old NBA rule, at least. But I don't
and
think
you
that
can have
applied.
agents in college now too.
Yeah, now you can, but I don't think that applied to guys who went straight from high school.
And that's the thing, like with this overtime elite thing too. It's like they aren't necessarily foregoing like their college eligibility by playing in this league now because like you can do name, image, and likeness stuff. So like there really is no downside. If I understand the rules correctly, like there's no downside for them taking the money now because they're still getting their education. They're still getting to play high level basketball, actually higher level than they would have in high school.
It's a gorgeous sunset tonight.
I was just looking at that. That shit dope as hell.
But
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. The beauty outside caught my eye, but I was listening to it at the same time, and it made me think. I wonder if G League will also see an influx because of the NLI rules. Because it's like,
If anything, I think it would. I think the NIL stuff would probably incentivize more kids to go to college as opposed to the G League.
you think so?
Jalen Duren, like he was saying, like he was offered $1 million to go to the G League, but because of name, image, and likeness, like he can make up that money in college and still go
Playing for a big program.
exactly.
I didn't think about it that
Like
way.
you get more exposure and you're still getting paid.
So is money all ways right now.
To go to college, yeah. If you that dude,
If you a top guy, you got options. You can make money. I like that. You can make
That is
money in a
dope.
lot of different ways. That is cold.
That's dope.
That's tight. I like that. The Big Ten, Pac-12, and ACC formally announced that they are forming a Super Friends Alliance. And they're going to work together on all kinds of fronts, including playoff expansion talks and governance issues and football scheduling. So they said, we in this together. Take that, SEC. And the SEC probably said, okay.
And
like 3 of y'all that equal 1 of us.
Right. And we only got like, was it 15 teams now? No, 12.
I don't know.
it looked like a lot of it may be with the TV, like the TV deals too.
Oh, yeah, they going to...
Like they're pulling their resources so that they look more appealing to like the networks and advertisers.
And it's
stuff.
beneficial to all 3 of those networks because they're able to get exposure in different ways. It makes sense. I get why they would do it.
Like basically that's what the NCAA was supposed to be. You know, like is combining forces, but
So the Pac-12 makes $250 million per year for the conference.
in what TV deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, at the time, it was the largest TV contract signed by a conference, but has since been passed by the Big Ten at $55 million per school each year, and the SEC with $45 million per school. Y'all just now saying y'all can pay these motherfucking players, bro?
Yep.
Like, come per year per school?
It'll be 16 teams once
And
the
that's
2
just football.
transfer
Like
out
you're not
for
including
SEC.
basketball. And other revenue generating sports.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's money.
The way the landscape is changing is you're just gonna have to watch what happens and see. It's supposed to be a whole different. It's gonna look completely different in 10 years.
This pandemic really feels like the Marvel blip. Like it really does. Like it feels like there was one world at the end of 2019, and whenever hopefully this thing ends, like it'll be like we'll be coming into a whole new
different world.
landscape.
Think of it like this, too. These kids will be able to really, truly start bridging the generational gap, the wealth gap. You'll be able to expose at 15, 16, 17. Now, because some of these prospects, you can go through high school fast. You can go to these academies at 16. You are now getting 6 to 7 figure deals at 16, 17, maybe 18 if you go into these elite academies or the G League or go to college. Because you coming into college at 18 anyways.
I mean, but for the most part, these are the same kids that will wind up getting paid.
in the long
I hear you,
run.
but then
You're
you also
saying
have
it's coming
some that
earlier,
can get the
like-
residuals. Think of the D Browns at Illinois.
I mean,
Or the Luther Heads. Like, in college, they would have made this money.
we know how money works. Like, if you can compound it over time, like, it will grow faster. So, like, we're able to start wealth building earlier.
And I get that. I'm just saying, like, these are still, like, the elite of the elite. It's
Right.
not just, like,
Everybody ain't getting
the
6
seventh
figures.
man on UWM's bench is not going to be getting paid.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
So it's not
hear
like
you.
it's opening up, like,
but
a
then you have the
wide-
things where the whole school is getting paid for their scholarship, the whole team, because of these deals because you have a certain player there, like De'Aaron King.
Oh, where he got everybody.
Yeah,
paid.
so like you still have cats that out there that will like, you know what, I'm eating, y'all can eat too. So the seventh guy on the bench could, and that's just get a little bit.
So overall, though, they're going to be athletes getting money that they previously wouldn't have been able to.
It still took them another 5 years to get.
Even the non-elite guys who ain't getting six figures or whatnot, they can still make some thousands of dollars off their likeness and image. Like, it's going to be some random bench guy
TikTok challenges
on some random team who going to end up being like a fan favorite somehow, and he going to market himself into like a bunch of money for playing 5 minutes a game.
They do love them.
It happens.
And
make
like think
shirts
about
and
like
shit.
local car dealerships or something like so like you know
Exactly.
You get free food for
can't
life,
even
kid.
think
You
about
was a superstar in college, man. What was it, J-Mac over at Syracuse?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have
Johnny,
no
what
idea
was his name? Johnny,
oh Gary McNamara.
J-Mac. It was Gary. Is it Jerry?
This nigga.
I thought it was J. I thought they gave him J-Mac though.
He don't even know what he's
His
talking
name's started
about.
with G.
G-Mac.
This nigga, dog. He trying to make
I'll
it
be
make
walking him
sense.
right there, and he just keep going with me. I'm like,
Because when he kept saying, I'm like, yo, he gave you he threw you the alley oop, son.
Already.
Shalom McGay.
But last but not least, in our topic discussion this week, Bucks All-Star forward, Finals MVP.
there you go.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he bought a stake in the Milwaukee Brewers.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's dope.
So now just well, I mean anybody can be an owner of the Packers. I was gonna say like
Yellow's got to get some
Packers
packing.
MVP owns the Bucks. Bucks MVP owns the Brewers.
Yeah.
So
Yellow's got to keep a hot streak, and then he can talk about buying some damn team. Like, help the team first, and then go buy another one.
He got his money.
No, help the team first. Like, I'm glad
got
you.
his money and
he
he
had
got
2
his
home
MVP.
runs the other
Right.
day.
Can't take it away from
Like,
him.
hopefully he getting hot now because this is a World Series year. We signed you with all that money because we felt that you
Oh, I hear you.
was gonna help us win this World Series. So I
Right.
need you to go ahead and do that first, and then after you get your chip, like the other two did,
He said
then you gonna buy you a team.
That's a requirement.
The requirement,
bro.
the minimum, you need a chip
You
in
need
this
a
state.
ring and a trophy.
Hey,
In this state, get you a
They're
chip.
winning.
Go ahead and get your team.
they're winning.
I'm actually not mad about that. He can invest in the Bucks too if he want to. Let's go.
After he gets his chip.
I just want this.
I know.
I want the human civic.
It's just the Packers. They just
Yeah. I mean, like I said, anybody can be owner of the Packers. Though, like it's really like you got off easy.
yeah. Just buy that $250 little piece of paper. Next time they go on sale, and you'll be good. But shout out to Giannis. He is the first investor in 17 years to do something with the Brewers. The Brewers have not had investing opportunities open. So,
Like, he damn near worth more than the Brewers' actual owner. So
so we gonna see what happens. People was making jokes like Brewers gonna be more frugal
that's,
with Giannis at the helm. That man was
yeah. If you read the book, like you see why he's cheap because
he took all them free waters when they was in the bubble. He was like, these waters are free.
Took the whole day. I'm like, bro, you doing too much now. Bring them waters back.
Free go.
Free.
They said take some, not all.
I'm Giannis, nigga.
right,
Give me these bottles. Fuck wrong with you.
they gonna do it, kick him out the bubble.
Did y'all
Exactly.
see PJ Tucker's IG story? He was like in a Nike store, and he was in the it was like the Greek freak
Right,
stuff,
they
and
had
he was like, "What? Look at these like
Giannis don't even
he's like,
wear
this
this
ain't Giannis style. This ain't his swag. These designs ain't what?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "No, this more Giannis." And it's like the Nike fleece. This Giannis. All this over here, this ain't Giannis. I miss you, PJ.
Yeah.
The city lost a real one. PJ left, man. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Like
Again.
one of my brother's. Okay. One of my brother's favorite things is like everything Giannis wears is free. Like he
Yeah.
either gets it from the NBA
Yeah.
or from Nike. Like he don't.
Yeah.
Or was it Chinatown? He wear a lot of their stuff.
Oh yeah.
They must send him like
Like he had that Dreamville hoodie that he wore into the ground. Like got that for free.
frugal.
Hey,
Hey, that's how you,
you don't got to spend that money.
that's how you keep your money. Mm-hmm. Any blow the whistle this week?
Nope.
All right.
Or not.
That being said, then we can get into the Tech Top 5.
5, 4,
3.
2.
1.
Tech Top 5. I used to love this show.
Last week we did SummerSlam main event matches. I didn't see I I didn't see not a vote.
On what?
Nary a vote.
Niggas ain't shit. we take our sweet time putting these lists together. And y'all motherfuckers don't want to vote?
Not a vote. They ain't care about SummerSlam main events, fam.
Y'all like shit.
It's all right.
Like,
This week, though.
somebody
why-
posting the
That's why I love Shawn Michaels, yo.
yeah, Nerd World Order, like in their group. Like somebody posted like
he
highlights
over
from
to sell the shit out of that.
He was mad.
The Hulk
He was
Hogan,
being petty that
Shawn Michaels
whole
match.
match. But this week, we're doing Nickelodeon characters of the 90s.
Nickelodeon.
So I want to preface this by saying, while you're thinking of it,
Nick.
SpongeBob is not going to be on this list.
I mean, he
No.
was in '99.
Yeah.
That's why
But
he's not gonna be
that's
on
why
this list.
he ain't got to the 2000s.
yeah, like SpongeBob is definitely a character of the 2000s for sure. Him and
Yeah.
Dora would be top of the list
Yeah, basically.
in the 2000s, but in the
Swiper,
90s,
no swiping.
nah, that ain't the stilo. Came a little too late.
basically if you as old as us, it's the
Right.
shows of our childhood.
Right.
Yeah.
That being said, Tim, what's your top 5 Nickelodeon characters of the 90s, sir?
All right. I'm gonna go with Kel Mitchell at number 5.
Okay.
Cause who loves orange soda?
That's a good one.
It's great. So you're going Kel Mitchell. So you're referring to
Keenan and Kel.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Kel,
So when he was
his
Kel
last name-
Kimball,
I was gonna say it was
it's Kel Kimball.
Kel
Because
Kimball.
Kel, yeah.
Okay.
When you say his full name, I was like, you mean all that? Or are you talking about?
All that. This is all.
No, Keenan and Kel.
I got you.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with. Oh, I used to love this show. I used to love Real Monsters, but I'm gonna go Blue at number 4. No, wait, hold on.
Do it right.
There we go. Blue at number 4. Because it's Blues
Clues.
Blues Clues.
Me and Tim's list is oddly similar so far. It's,
Number 3, I'm gonna go with. Ooh, I used to. I'm gonna go. Pierre Escargot.
I figured that was gonna be your number 1. To be honest.
That's funny, bro.
that's funny.
Number 2, I'm going with Tommy Pickles.
Yeah, that's my dude.
And
And number 1,
one.
I'm going chicka pachapa chicka chicka papa.
Oh, Doug.
Doug.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I used to love Doug.
What was the bully dude name?
Roger.
Roger, dog.
Roger Klotz.
Dog, I want to whoop his ass, bro.
Motherfucker had a nose, bro.
I want to whoop his ass, bro.
Eric, who you got?
Patty mayonnaise. No, it's a patty. Patty mayonnaise.
Man-aids?
Huh?
You put a D in that mayonnaise?
I said
Man, y'all
mayonnaise.
know what he's saying.
Pause.
That's how he say the word.
Mayonnaise, nigga. Shit, motherfuckers. Nigga, fuck y'all.
What you got?
Anyway, 5. Let me get. I actually didn't like the character, but I like the girl. So Nina from Cousin Skeeter.
Okay.
4.
I used to love Cousin Skeeter.
Ed from Good Burger on all that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
3. Skeeter from Doug.
Skeeter.
2. Blue from Blue's Clues. 1. Gerald from all that. From Hey Arnold.
Hey, Arnold.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Hey, he on my list for sure. That's my nigga.
Hey, fingers.
All right.
Weird as a bitch, bro.
Yeah, they
Do a
were that
handshake.
boogie week. I wanted to put Stoop Kid on my list, but because I related to Stoop Kid, I was Stoop Kid. You know, my mom didn't let me like go far. I was for real Stoop Kid on Village. Like
Random, I used to love Cat Dog.
Cat Dog, dude.
Cat Dog was
Cat
an
Dog-
interesting show.
Cat Dog was funny.
It
Angry
was.
Beavers. I liked
I
Angry
used to like
Beavers
Angry
more than I
Beavers.
like Cat Dog, but it was going back through these was really fun. I forgot about some of these shows. There were some that I didn't like, and I know my husband's gonna be like, you missing my boy.
Who?
Shout out to Rocco.
He on my
Rocco's
list.
Modern
Rocco,
Life.
dog. That show was
I used to like
amazing,
it.
bro.
I actually did.
I did not like
That
that
show
show.
was dope as hell. He definitely on my list.
I did not
I
like
also
that
didn't
show.
like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Hated that.
I
didn't like
loved Courage, but that was Cartoon Network. I loved Courage the
I also
Cowardly
didn't like
Dog.
Ren and Snippy.
No,
Oh,
hate
that's
that
on my list too. Ren and Stimpy was the most inappropriate
Yes,
shit
it was.
ever, bro.
I don't know how I was on
Ain't
that
Ren and
network.
Stimpy was on the same bar as Beavis and Butthead.
Dog, it was a whole scene where he was humping him, but they was cutting the log, bro.
Yeah, happy, joy.
Yes, bro. He was humping the shit out of, but he was cutting the log, bro.
That's what they were doing?
Dude,
And
Ren
you
and
have to
Stimpy
look at it as an
wild.
adult. It's totally different.
All right, man, let me get this list
Wild.
off. I need to see this clip.
I love it.
Number
Oh,
5.
don't let me go.
Number 5, I actually got Steve Burns. I know y'all got Blue, but I'm gonna go with Steve from Blue's Clues because my nigga Steve like
We
Blue.
just got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
I wonder who it's from.
Shout out to my baby.
Steve
Like,
had all the songs, bro.
Oh,
my little cousin is let me see, he's born 8. He's 8 years younger than me, so I had to watch a lot of Blue's Clues. And yeah, Steve was my guy. I like Steve.
That motherfucker could draw though. No, that much.
I don't want with the crayon and shit.
Made everybody feel special. I was like, okay, Steve, I can be somebody. Number 4, I got Kel Kimball.
They use him as a meme.
Number 3, I got Doug Funny. Number 2, I got Arnold Shortman. Hey, Arnold.
Dude using government.
Helga Pataki.
Oh, wait, government cartoon name.
Everybody got Helga Pataki.
And then number 1, I got my boy. A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. Tommy Pickles, number 1.
Oh, that's what I meant to
I
do it
don't
too.
want no responsibilities.
No responsibilities, bro.
That's what I feel you, Tom.
Bro, he's like a grown ass man, bro. He barely
won.
won. He just barely won, bro.
We
Like a
recently
grown-ass man.
rewatched the Rugrats movie because it was on Netflix.
Responsibilities.
When he said that, he's like, I don't want responsibilities no more. I almost cried. I was sitting on the couch like, I feel you. I don't want them either. But then he owned up and took them, and I was like, oh, God.
That's funny, dude.
The lesson still is here. Do what you're supposed to do, Camille. Thanks, Tommy.
The twins was funny too, though.
Feeling Lil.
Yeah.
Susie ain't taking no shit from nobody.
Nah.
Angelica tried it all the time.
Yeah, she did.
She was that kid.
That was what I meant to have.
Their granddaddy was funny as hell. Tommy granddad.
Listen, that man was
funny
nuts.
as hell, dude.
That man shouldn't have been
Lil
watching
Pickle.
them children.
Lil.
That nigga stay asleep, bro. The kids watching they selfish shit.
How does Stan make money?
Stu.
Stu.
He made toys.
Yeah.
But
He was a
one of his
toy
toys
maker.
always fucking up.
He sold
Some
them.
of
Yeah,
them-
he was
Yeah.
fucking up shit.
They weren't great, but he made enough for them to
Yeah,
have a
do
life.
what they had to do.
Yeah. Good times. Cam, what's your list?
So at 5, I have Ren and Stimpy.
Can you have both?
No.
You gotta pick one.
They the same fucking thing.
No, they not.
You can't compliment each other. Like Ren can't be by
You
itself.
got Ren or
I didn't put
Stimpy.
Tommy and Chucky.
Right, you can't put Keenan and Kale.
Right.
All right, I'm put Stimpy then.
Yeah, you have
honestly
to
don't
pick
even
Stimpy.
Yeah. All right, Stimpy.
That's the one I be talking.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Like sound like Scott Hall.
Yeah, he funny as a bitch. All right, Stimpy. Then at 4, Gerald. Hey Arnold. 3, Rocco. 2, Doug Funny. And number 1, Chucky, dude. From
I for Chucky. From
yeah, I
Rugrats.
fuck with Chucky from
I fuck with Chucky.
Rugrats.
Chucky was
Ditto.
a coward.
I fucked with Chucky.
He was
No.
a kid.
Actually,
What you mean? He ain't had
Chucky-
no dad.
Actually,
He had no
Chucky
mom.
was the bravest.
It was mom. Yeah,
Chucky was the bravest because although he was scared, he still followed through.
That
he
nigga
did.
cried.
He was loyal too.
And you could count on Chucky.
He was loyal as hell, yo.
That's the definition.
Him and Tommy. Yeah, he
of
had
having
Tommy back
strength.
all the
he
time.
He's like, I don't want to do this.
But I'm gonna do it because you my boy.
I am terrified.
But I'm out here, you bald head ass.
Speaking of terrified, remind me of a story to tell y'all.
Ooh, off air.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Actually,
Hey, look, Birdman.
yes, off air story. Off air
Birdman
story.
head rub. Let's get to it.
It's nothing. It don't get hyped up.
That does
Oh,
remind
this
me.
nigga thought
It was a tweet.
Some explicit
One of my
shit.
tweets caught fire a little bit, and it was asking what's the
Per use.
what's the brokest
Oh, what,
thing a man's
famous
ever
ass?
done? And I brought up my worst date ever.
Oh, we're dude. We
Yep.
was at the bus and then he had a money. Yeah,
I had to try to sum it up
That
as
shit was
quickly as
funny.
I could in the tweet, and I just said
that's funny.
he took me out to the movies. He only paid for his ticket. He gave me his change, and later on asked for that change back to catch the bus. And people was tripping out, and I was like, "That's not the worst part."
Yeah.
I need to get an animator. I need this story told and animated.
Yeah, somebody can draw that shit. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, you need me to tell a story for it to be animated? No, I'm playing. We can do it another time. We should have an episode where we do story time.
Oh, yeah, I got hella talk. I got hella
Oh, no.
stories. Story time with Tech File? Hell yeah. Ooh, that'd be amazing.
That's how we can get famous on TikTok.
Story. Oh, hell yeah. We can do that.
We need to find an animator. and we need to get some stories put on wax and
There we
have it
go.
animated, and we gonna be famous.
Oh, yeah.
Especially his stories.
Yeah, bro, you got plenty of them.
Too many, bro.
You got plenty.
Fam,
of
you
them.
had
TikTok
boxing gloves around your.
Too many, bro.
They can be up to like some TikToks like 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Depends on the TikTok. So I've learned.
Hey, that TikTok rabbit hole ain't no joke.
Ain't
No, it really
joke,
ain't.
bro.
I fell into a McDonald's cleaning rabbit hole, and it was just talking about like don't get this from McDonald's. Be careful with this. Never
Oh,
get
for
the
real?
caramel sauce.
Oh, damn, for real?
Yeah, they said never order the caramel sauce because normally it's in a molded container.
Damn.
It was like all these fast
They
food
just
chips.
refill the container?
Oh, Bud got his contract extension.
3-year contract extension.
Oh, look at him.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. You gotta see
Right
shit.
back on the hot seat.
Win another one or you're out of here.
He got me one.
That's all you can ask for.
Right, he main man in my book.
He's good here. I'll buy Bud a drink if I see him. At least at this moment, I don't know. If he run Giannis away or something like that, then like, no, I'll take my drink back. But
Throw it in his face.
right, but I don't see it going that way. But yeah, that's the show this week. When the top 5 stuff goes up, please vote, y'all. Please
Yeah,
vote.
vote, man.
As a
You know
reminder,
what to do.
like, share, subscribe to the podcast in all the places you can, especially on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button.
Do it now.
Do your thing, and yeah, look out for the next Hard Knocks episode as someone is knocking down the block with these subs.
King Kong in the trunk.
I was thinking a big crit when I heard them subs. But yeah, if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a
Keep your
minute.
head ringing.
Huh?
It's like keep your head ringing.
I don't know what. All I hear is bass.
Oh,
Wom, 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 wom. Yeah, social media, Twitter, Instagram at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
your mom is fancy.
thank you, sir.
At the World NBA Basketball Championship winning Milwaukee Bucks burner on Twitter.
And that's all you get. That feels like a lot. That's
a lot.
all you get.
Yeah, you get a lot.
Oh, shit, okay.
Personal.
Hello.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. I'm tired, boss. I'll holla at y'all.
Dang, all right, man, bye.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.